so it goes. Yet another ideology. They cannot stop the ideology. They will not stop the ideology. The ideology must flow. The ideology must continue on, or our timeline is doomed. Without ideology, we are lost. I choose to half listen to both of you. What are you talking about? Somebody else streaming? That's okay. I'll take the cream of the crop. TJ streaming, huh? Damn. I wish TJ would stream through Streamlabs so I could just like stealth join TJ. You guys should go spam TJ and tell him to call me. And I'll end this stream. Or we can just join one another. You know TJ. You know TJ needs a little Paul. You know he wants it. Still on the next top model kick? Nah, I canceled Hulu, dude. I got out of there. I watched a season of it. I don't even know what season. You know, that show is like, I don't know. Kind of just makes you realize how fucked up things were in like the early 2000s. See, because to me, that wasn't that long ago, even though it's like, 20 years ago now. In my mind, I think like, oh no. This is about the same as it is now. It isn't. It shows distilled toxicity. It is pretty bad. Pretty fucking bad. You would think like a show with 2 gay judges and one of them like genderqueer, I guess. I don't know what you would call Miss J. Miss J. Like goes by Miss J, but presents in a gender neutral kind of way, I guess. You would think a show like that would be pretty progressive, like in terms of like what it does, but it's not. It's not at all. TJ's playing hard to get. What the fuck? Is he gonna make me do? Is he gonna make me do another fucking TJ make fun of stream? What's he streaming on? TJ does live. I don't see him live. Let's see. TJ's life. Let me see what TJ's up to. Alchemy of Butt. Oh, I see him. Okay, here. Let's watch some TJ. Let's do a watch stream. We'll do it. Oh, shit. Aw.
And
what a nice guy.
Make sure that everybody who wants to see him stream can do so.
What a nice feller.
It's just hashtag. It's just youtube.com/@the-poltergeist. I'm saving it to the description of this video.
Yeah, the poltergeist. And, that's right.
I'm gonna go do something else. probably going to, what time is it? 2:14.
Dude,
Probably
come
not
on.
too far from going to bed then.
Come on, TJ.
Go subscribe to Paul's new channel, hit that alert bell, and we'll see you guys next time.
Oh. TJ's migrating everybody over here, huh? Okay. Well, that's nice. That's nice of him. Right before I shared the screen, he timed somebody out for insulting me. Dude, that's friendship right there. That is friendship. What a guy. What a pal. He ain't let nobody talk no shit. Why did Paul have two channels? Because ideology has been banned before, just not like permad, not like it's been completely removed. So I'm pretty fucked when it comes to that shit. Like, I'm pretty sure it's okay, like to have this channel, but as far as me like ever monetizing a channel on YouTube again, I'm pretty sure I'm boned. I'm pretty sure that's not going to happen. Which sucks. Yeah, you better sub to the poltergeist. You better. You rat finks. Why was I banned? I have no idea. See, this is how opaque the fucking YouTube system is. I got a strike on a video that was 2 years old for quote unquote hate speech. I went and looked through the video and there was no hate speech in it. And so I challenged, I did the reply to the thing saying, hey, I think this is false flagged or whatever. And like within, I don't know what it was, like 2 minutes, I got like an email back. They were like, we checked everything and yeah, it's hate speech. I was like, okay. Then about a week later, I got another strike on an old video saying we've removed this video because it contains medical misinformation. I was like, what? Went back and looked at it. There's no medical misinformation in it. I'm not a purveyor of medical misinformation. So I challenged that one. It got denied. And then one night during the show, they just took like in the middle of the show, like we were doing DFF. In the middle of that shit, my channel just disappeared. It was just like poof. They were like, we've removed your channel due to repeated violations. I was like, So I challenged that. And about an hour later, I got the thing back. Oh, we've carefully reviewed your channel and decided to uphold your removal. We will not be putting your channel back on YouTube. I was like, oh. Okay. Whatever, man. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? I think that it's not that I got banned. Here's the thing. If I'm being honest, I've probably said some shit that skirts the line, of what YouTube considers to be okay. Like I've said some spicy things about revolutionary activity and stuff like that. But like no worse than anybody else in the politics sphere. So, maybe I deserved my ban, maybe I earned it. I don't know. I haven't really thought about it much beyond that, beyond just kind of like pondering what it could have been. I'm pretty sure it was just like false flagging, to be honest with you. Too hot for YouTube. My video letting people know what happened has over 600 views. Hey, nice. Well, hopefully so. Hopefully people will eventually find out. I'd understand if it was something like that, but medical misinfo, yeah. And hate speech, which is like, I don't know. I don't know how you would ever classify anything that I say as hate speech. Like I'm not even an edgy boy, you know, like when it comes to that shit. I'm pretty trans inclusive and LGBTQ friendly, being part of that alphabet soup myself. You know, I'm definitely not a racial bigot, maybe religious bigotry, maybe because I make fun of religious people. That is like ragging on Christians hate speech now. That's really like if I thumb through the things that I talk about, that's really the only thing that I can think of that would be hate speechable. Yeah, Wojcicki, right before she left YouTube, had one last fucking shot to take. Whatever. You doing a manatee history thing? No. I mean, we brought up the manatee. That's why I think that there might be some smelly bottom feeding river floating manatee fingerprints on it, is because it all started happening after we brought the manatee up again. I remember TJ's Jesus was a grifter video got demonetized for hate speech but deleted. That's nuts. Yeah. Yeah, I mean that really is the sad thing. Somebody did make like a I don't know what you'd call it. Like an archive thing.
Just stop all your fucking hate speech, Paul.
Oh my god.
Tired of that shit.
I was just lamenting the fact because I didn't know you were live when I went live. People told me, and I was like, dude, I wish TJ did it through here so I could just like appearance bomb his streams, you know? Just like show up and be like, shut up, bitch.
Shut the fuck up. What the fuck you talking now, motherfucker? Yeah.
Good man, TJ. So what are you up to, man? You said you were about to head to bed or some shit, some bullshit.
Nah.
2:30? Like since when, bro? That's like going to bed at like 8 for you.
Nah, I just did stream for 2 hours. I was like, that's enough of that. Cause I know I got plenty of streaming ahead, so
yeah, that is true. We're back in the saddle on Monday. Streaming. I was just whining to people about my ban again. I was like kind of like just going through my head and trying to be open-minded about it and say like what is it that could have got me banned? And
it's just bullshit. It's probably just because like I don't know, you fucking have talked some like kind of revolutionary shit before.
Yeah, that's one of the things that I came up with was,
but like very like I mean, you know,
nothing anywhere like nothing any more spicy than you get on the leftist sphere from any of the popular guys.
I mean, like who on the left doesn't at least like allude to that with like a wink here and there, right?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I would love to be able to allude to it with more than a wink, but I control myself.
You know. I mean, you know, you kind of like flirt with that line, but like, you know, that's it.
I mean, you even have access to the VODs anymore? No, like the channel is gone, which is a weird thing because it's something that you don't really even hear about YouTube doing all that often anymore. Like typically they'll restrict your channel for a few months or whatever, but like outright just really like weird. Taking down a channel is pretty heavy.
Yeah, it's not super common. I mean, I've heard of it happening and you know, I've seen people have to fight and you know, get it back and shit, but I mean, like a lot of times when I've seen people who just totally lose their channel, I've seen it take like months and months of fucking petitioning and bullshit just to get YouTube to even put a human on the case.
Yeah, I don't even know like by what means I'm supposed to do that because the channel's gone. So
right,
I've got I've got like the channel ID or whatever, like the link to it, but I don't know how they would even know that it was the owner of the channel making the complaint. It's just fucked.
That's true.
And it definitely just went through some kind of fucking I don't even know what to call it, like automated system or some shit. Nobody actually looked at it when I.
No, I mean that's the thing is like they never do. Like even when you talk to the support system, I mean it's pretty fucking obvious that you're talking to like AI shit because you just know. You know it's not human after about 5 minutes of talking to it tops.
Yeah.
Because it's, and especially if you've talked to it before, because you'll see that it behaves the exact same way no matter what name it randomly generates.
Yeah. So
This is Michael with YouTube. This is Cheyenne with YouTube. It's like, no, it's not.
I mean, I didn't even get any names or anything. I just got like these fucking boilerplate emails.
Well, I mean, if you use their like, they have like a chat support, but it's it's fundamentally a useless piece of shit. To be honest with you,
yeah,
it's not very. It's I mean, like, and if you want to use it to expedite like a process like that, it's pretty much useless. The only thing I've ever been able to solve using their chat system is I did get an issue with my AdSense fixed one time through there.
Wow.
But every other time I've tried to go there, especially if it's for like some sort of like bullshit over content, it's never fucking moved the needle a fucking centimeter. So
yeah, I don't know. It's just one of those things. The only other thing I could think of that might have gotten me banned was,
dude, even the people I know who have, I think Kyle Kalinske has that whole like someone at YouTube they can talk to who represents them, quote unquote. But my understanding is even if you have that, it's fucking still just useless. Like you probably have like one like a leg up by like a centimeter over someone who doesn't have that, but it's still like a completely opaque bullshit system that fucks you at every turn.
Yeah. Is bagging on religious people considered hate speech by YouTube?
Depends on which religion you're doing.
Any of them, like all of them.
Yeah, but like, you know, you definitely treat Islamic shit differently than Christian shit. Because you can pretty much fucking make fun of Christians at will. But with Muslims, you do have to be very careful, I think, to like make sure it's clear you're making a religious criticism and not a, you know, racial one. Jews too can be kind of challenging. With that, it's a triple threat because, you know, you have to separate not only religious critique from racial critique, but also you know, political critique from you know, racial critique, considering the state of Israel and shit. So yeah, I don't know. It could get pretty dicey and thorny, but like for the most part, religion, you know, because at a certain point you could make a case like you guys are discriminating against atheists if you won't let us talk about the reasons why we reject all religion. So you're basically attacking our beliefs at that point.
Right.
You know, so basically, like you're saying, that the playing field is not level, which is kind of why I think YouTube doesn't really interfere too much in religious shit. The most you usually get for that is demonetization.
Yeah, I mean, I've never made any racial bullshit, you know, when it comes to Muslims or Jews or
right. I mean, like the thing about it with being hate speech is like I've never heard you say anything outside of like being obviously joking that could be considered that.
Yeah,
like, at all.
I mean, even with the jokes too, I'm usually pretty fucking careful to skirt the line or whatever. Like I was telling him before you came in, I'm not like an edgy boy. I don't drop tactical N words or whatever the fuck, you know. I don't even use the 90s F slur.
Yeah, I mean that can be kind of risky, I guess. I still let that one drop sometimes, you know. And I got my last Twitter ban because of that. I mean, it was a 7-day ban, but it was the most pathetic thing in the world because I got into some shit with that douchebag Nerdrotic or whatever.
Oh.
And I don't know if you know about him at all, but he's just like he's one of these like chud fake media critic guys. It's really just like I'm criticizing media, but really it's just right wing shit. Like he's all
everything's woke guy.
Right. Everything's woke. his favorite thing is to call the MCU the MCU all the time. That's like just repeatedly does that
because it has female superheroes in it.
I guess.
Like, well,
anyway, he sucks balls. But anyway, so I made fun of him, and he has this little sycophant that goes around his Twitter and sucks his dick on Twitter like all day long, right? I forget what the dude's name is. Doesn't really matter. But he's got like a little hanger. Remember that little twerp that would hang around AIU all the time and suck his cock?
Oh yeah. His little fucking
So this
toady.
Nerdrotic guy has like a little toady flunky guy on Twitter, and I'm pretty sure it was him that did it, but I don't know for sure. But I called him the F slur, and he went back and reported every single instance of me ever using the F slur on my Twitter.
Wow.
I literally got a 7-day suspension for like 37 fucking tweets dating back to 2010 and shit. It was like, man, get a life, bro. Get a fucking goddamn life, you little bitch. Holy shit.
Yeah, that's sad. That's sad level fucking shit. But yeah, I mean, I don't rule out the manatee either.
I wouldn't. No, I mean, he's been known to false flag situation.
Yeah. He's definitely good at it. And you know he's got like a legion of fucking accounts that he does it from as well. So could be that.
Wow, what a shocker. Yeah. Yeah, that dude. He's a funny fella.
You gotta love him.
That is true.
Oh, smoke a little weed.
That'll help.
Yeah. That'll help. Ugh. And I'm a lightweight with this shit now. I don't have anywhere near my old constitution. I just went too I went too long without doing it.
I kind of been smoking a little bit most days, and I don't know. It still pretty much hits me pretty good. I don't really seem to develop much of a tolerance, at least for this strain. I don't know which fucking strain I'm smoking, but oh shit! I thought I missed TJ's live stream, but he's just over here. Yeah.
Hello, Chelsea.
I just moved from one stream to the other.
Chelsea is right.
Chelsea's pet sitting.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Enjoy being a lightweight while it lasts. Yeah. Taking a tea break. Hi. I'm not. I ain't taking no tea breaks.
Yeah, don't take one that's too long because I lost my prodigious weed smoking ability. Like back in the day, like in 2015, 16, 17, like there was no such thing for me as like too high. And now there definitely is. Like now, if I go over the line, I'm just like, I'm useless, man.
Yeah, that can happen. Takes a while. It's just like you have to learn how to be functional again at that level of high.
Yeah.
But that can be a challenge. What I find is like if I don't smoke for a while and then I smoke, it's like, oh my God. I get so fucking paranoid. Just like, what's that? What's that?
Yeah.
What's that? What's that?
Yeah, that's how I get if I smoke too much now.
Yeah, I try to fucking I had that going on for a minute.
I get heart attack paranoia. I'm like, oh,
am I having a heart attack?
My heart just skip a beat. What's that pain? What's that little pain that I've got? It's like, oh.
The worrying about the heart attack is going to drive you into fucking having a heart attack.
Yeah, I know. Isn't that funny?
Yeah, it's fucking hilarious.
True. Like stress will cause you to have a fucking heart attack, and I'm sitting over stressing about having a heart attack.
Yeah, it fucking sucks. Stress is pretty lame for sure.
Being uncomfortably high is definitely not a fun feeling. No, it's not. I mean, being uncomfortably too on any drug is not great.
Being uncomfortably anything by nature of it being discomfort is usually not a great thing.
Yeah.
Weed used to expand my mind. It was like a psychedelic experience. Now it just makes everything boring. I don't really feel like, I don't know what it does at this point. It just gives me like a slightly different vibe than the other one. So it's like, I don't know. It's like kind of like gotten to a point where it's like, do I wear these socks or these socks? Am I high or am I sober? Although I was in Red Robin on fucking edibles and I was fucked up.
Yeah, I mean, edibles are a whole different thing.
I was
too.
fucking on. I was just given this little tiny edible like this big, and I was like, yeah, whatever, whatevs. And I got stupid. All right.
Yeah.
First of all, I was sitting there like, oh my god, there's gonna be a shooting. I just know it. I feel it.
A Red Robin shooting.
Yeah, you know, I'm gonna be dead in the fucking Red Robin shooting, right? And then I fucking for some damn reason, like I was given a the to-go container that had a burger in it, and I just like dumped it out thinking that I was supposed to do that for some fucking reason, and they're like, oh fuck, whoops. And then I fucking tried to put the lid to the container, like the to-go container, on the fucking basket that they just served the food in. It's like, why doesn't it fit? I was so fucking uselessly high, dude.
Gotta love it. Dude, I finally, I think I've gotten old enough and I've reached the age where I'm starting to agree with that. You remember that Cat Williams bit that he talked about how new weed is too much?
Yeah.
He's just like, you know, I miss the days when weed was just weed and now it's like super meta death strain or whatever. I feel like that a lot of times with weed. Like sometimes I'll find like a strain, but see, the way I get weed, I'll get like a bunch of little packs of weed, you know what I mean, of different strains and shit. Maybe I need to just zero in on the ones that are good for me.
I did not have a senior moment. Was fucking high. That's not a senior moment. If I do that on no substance whatsoever, you can call it a fucking senior moment. All right.
I mean, getting high, I feel like it causes me to have pretty much senior moments sometimes. Like, one of the things that'll happen if I get too high is I will get stuck on a word, a totally common word that I've probably used a million fucking times, and I just won't be able to summon it out of my brain.
Yeah, that sucks ass. My mom will get that shit over nothing. Like, even like, not just recently, like her mind is going like for her whole fucking life. Yeah. And it'll happen with the weirdest shit. Like, what it happened with a fucking garbage can one time. She's like, TJ, can you bring in the fucking she probably didn't say fucking. She's like, what is that? I know this.
Yeah.
It's like, it's the garbage can, Mom. It's a fucking garbage can, all right?
Dude, I went over to my mom's and she's going through all these boxes that she's got, like boxes of shit. She's a pack rat.
Sure.
Not like a hoarder, but a pack rat for sure.
Yeah, I've been in your mom's house. It's not a hoarder house.
No. But like she's got boxes and boxes of crap in the garage and the attic.
Yeah.
It's like old schoolwork and old clothes of ours and blah blah blah. Old trophies. Like my mom, when I got there, when I went over there recently, she was like, oh, I got all your trophies out. And she's like, you want to see them? I was like, no, like not really. And so we were going through them, and dude, I have this like immense trophy. You remember that baby beauty pageant that I won, Mr. Petite?
No, but yeah, dude,
I've told the story before.
Yeah, I guess I remember now that you mention it. But
I was like 3 years old. And I won this like baby beauty pageant.
Right.
And dude, the trophy for that fucking thing is absurd. It's like this giant fucking like 4 foot tall monstrosity that she's saved. It's like, what are they doing? It's got like a golden baby like crawling on the front of it. So it's a giant gaudy marble based fucking thing. It had to be like a $400 or $500 trophy back in the day.
Oh, man.
It was just insane. I was like, what are they? What that type of shit is never. I've never understood that shit. And I'm thankful that my mom only really had me in that shit when I was pretty much too young to have many. I don't really remember being a baby beauty pageant kid.
Right.
So thankfully that's gone out of my mind. But yeah, dude, I've never understood that shit.
The only thing I ever remember getting a trophy for was just like a stupid participation trophy in soccer or whatever. It was just like some little like, yeah, you were in soccer.
Yeah.
And I pretty much hated being in soccer. So
yeah. I mean, I was in a lot of shit as a kid. I was a little like do all the sports, do all the grade school clubs and this, that, and the other thing. I was in a fuck ton of stuff. And so I've got like an absurd amount of trophies. But they're all just, basically participation trophies, except for Mr. Petite.
You won that one fair and square.
Yeah, dude. I was the cutest baby in California in 1983. So you can't take that away from me.
Whatever happened since, whatever.
Cutest kid in California when I was 3 years old.
You peaked early. That's okay. That's fine.
What are you going to do? At least I peaked,
Right. Yeah.
Some people never do.
That's pretty impressive fucking feat, right?
Right.
Pageants are absurd. I mean, yeah. Really, a lot. I mean, pretty much most things they give you a trophy for, really, at the end of the day, are pretty absurd pursuits. Don't you think?
Yeah. I mean, I guess technically, like a gold medal is a trophy, and those always made sense for me. Like if you're at the top of your game in a sport, yeah, you get a trophy or whatever.
Sure.
And I don't have a problem with them giving a little trophy to like whatever little.
I never said I had a fucking problem with it.
No, they are. It is stupid though. It really is stupid. You're right about that. 90% of the shit you get.
They should do a Mr. Petite. Where are they now? Maybe Paul will be contacted for such a project in the future.
Oh yeah, dude. Wouldn't that be funny?
Yeah.
I'd totally do it. Some Netflix documentary on the history of baby pageants or whatever. We've got to find Mr. Petite, California, 1983. There he is. But they had me back too. There was a second trophy, almost as big as the other one, where I was invited back, but I wasn't allowed to compete because I won last year. And I was dubbed the out of town Duke.
Whoa. All right.
That's what it says on the trophy. Paul Parkey, out of town Duke.
Why do I love that so much?
It's like, what?
Dude, that's like, I thought that I came up with the perfect descriptor of you when I started calling you old prickle bush, but
the out of town Duke.
The out of town Duke might actually have preceded me and surpassed me.
Yeah.
That's yeah.
She's supposed to send me a picture of those. She took a pictures of all of them because she's thinking about throwing them away. Spoiler alert, she won't. But
but she's thinking about it.
She's thinking about it, yeah.
She's giving it the old
But after she showed me all that shit, she busted out something else that blew my fucking mind right out of my head, dude.
What was it?
She asked me. She was like, I got something I got to show you. She's like, it's like one of those things I'm not even sure if I should keep them. It's like, what? She goes, do you remember your dad used to do like a comic strip at work? And all of a sudden, all these fucking memories came flooding back, and it popped into my mind. It was called Universal Stupidos.
Okay.
And it was basically just like I'd seen a couple as a kid, and I loved them. But apparently he showed me like the two of them that are anywhere near appropriate to show to a child, dude. She handed me a stack of these fucking books. Dude, it is my dad's fucking insane. He's crazy. And I was it's filled to the brim with all these people that were in the union with him. And he would hand these out. Like he had this job. He was a furnace tender, which he was just sitting in a computer room and making sure that the furnace that was melting down all the glass for the bottles and shit didn't malfunction. So that was his job. And so he had like an insane amount of thumb twiddling free time. And apparently he filled it with it. He's actually a really funny, like comic artist too. Like he's got talent. Like I never knew my dad could draw until I started really looking at this shit and remembering it. Dude, but it is filled with the most like sexual harassment bait that you've ever fucking seen. I was like, how did he get away with this? And he's in a position of authority in the union too. So it would be like the president of the union drawing a comic book where a dude that's in the union is fucking his wife that's in the union.
Damn.
Like,
that's great.
People like making jokes about people cheating on other people, making jokes about people being pussy hounds. Like it's all, dude, you would not believe it. If we next time we get together, if it's here in California, I gotta let you thumb through those because I know you of all people would.
Yeah, I'm eager.
You would appreciate them, but I can't risk like putting them online. My
right,
dad,
that makes sense.
I think my dad would be like mortified if he knew that those still existed. I think he's been like, for the last 40 years or so, he's just been like comfortably like, those are gone. You know, nobody saved any of those stupid little things. My mom's got them all, dude.
Oh man,
there's 12 editions of Universal Stupidos.
How many is in an edition?
It's like a little booklet that he made. They're put together with like that it's not duct tape, but that tape that has like little fibers in it to make it strong. You know, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
They're small. They're like the size of a kid's book, and they've got like between 5 and 10 pages a piece, and they're all put together at the binding with tape, and all hand drawn. So she's got all the originals. He would take them, make them, and then go to like a copy place and get a bunch of copies made and just give them to everybody. And so I'm sure that there are a few out there, but I have the comprehensive Universal Stupidos, dude.
Man, I love that.
Publish them. Oh my!
I love that your dad drew so many fucking comics,
dude.
If there's 5 to 10 pages in an edition, I'm assuming, is it like full on comic strips or is it like one panel or like?
He does. It depends. It's like multimedia. So most of them are full pages, and each page is a different part of the storyline or part of the character turn or whatever.
Gotcha.
And then sometimes he'll do like like 2 things on one page with the page divided diagonally.
Gotcha.
So he'll have the top quadrant. He'll have something in the bottom quadrant. The next thing. So he was definitely like doing legit comic book work.
Wow.
And he's got a really interesting like comic hand. It's not like super fine or detailed. You can tell it's like quick, dirty kind of sketches that he did, but they're all really good. They've got a lot of character and shit.
Cool. Yeah, that's pretty badass. The comic sounds pretty fucking funny too.
I mean, it's funny just on the face of it, but it's filled to the brim with like in jokes that don't make any sense to me, you know?
Yeah. I'm sure that you can kind of like get the implications sometimes though.
Oh yeah. I mean, you can definitely understand kind of the intent, but some of the jokes don't land probably as well as they would if I was one of those people. But
dude, I keep thinking we have to fucking do like a 2023 Everett True fucking reboot. Or steal it. Something like that. Because like I think that obviously he was a man of the time, but I think the time has come again for an Everett True-esque character to rise up.
Yeah.
I think more now than ever. Like a classic good old boy. Yeah, that does sound like good old boy shit.
Dude, there was one comic where he legit used multimedia in it. Like he cut porn up and used pictures of porn. And dude, it was the craziest comic. Cause see, my dad is like, he's like I wouldn't say straight laced because he's got a wicked sense of humor. I always knew that, but I never knew like, he's like very prideful. And so he doesn't like joke about himself a whole lot. He's not the type of dude that's like gonna joke about his wife, like cutting her down a little in fun or whatever. He's not that type, dude. He did this whole fucking comic book that has actual like cutouts of 80s porn from some magazine that he had up there, where he was like, what happens when Paul is in negotiations? So he used to have to go to the union negotiations and shit. And so I start flipping through this, and it's him calling my mom on the phone, or my mom calling him and going like, how's it going, honey? And there would be a picture of a dude like eating a big 80s muff. And he was like, oh, nothing right now, sweetheart. I'm just eating. And then she's like, oh, yeah, what are you having? And he's like, fish. I'll call you back when I'm done. And then the next panel would be like, oh, what are you doing today, Paul? My mom calling him. It's another picture of some, chick getting railed. And he's like, oh, I'm getting a little physical activity. I'm like, what is he doing, dude? It's like a whole side of my dad that I didn't know existed.
Yeah, that's kind of funny how that goes, I guess. Man. Oh, and someone said they didn't know who Everett True was. Everett True was a comic strip about a giant fat dude.
A goon, basically.
Yeah, I mean, but he's kind of like he's a business owner and shit. He's got like he's got some nice,
but he's a goon in the streets.
Yeah, but like he's a fucking big oaf. He's a big oafish goon. And he's bald and he's fat and he's always got a scowl, and he goes into the town, and whenever he sees any sort of like social transgression or thing he doesn't like, he just violently assaults whoever is doing it.
Yeah. It's usually like rude or thoughtless people or self-involved people. Like there's a lot of really good ones that still ring true today. Like people talking on the phone all loudly in a public place. Like that's something we deal with all the fucking time. Apparently it was just as annoying back in the fucking 40s or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, like it's like shit. Like sometimes it'll be like very minor transgressions, but like, someone has their feet in an inconvenient place, or someone's just being a dick in some way.
Yeah, cutting in line, or just whatever.
Putting their thumb on the scale when they're weighing your fucking, meat.
Letting their kids run rampant all over the store or whatever.
There's actually, because there was like I guess there was a point where there was a pandemic on and people were being urged to wear masks. And
yeah, he became popular briefly again during COVID.
Yeah, because there was a number of ones that kind of depicted him like beating the shit out of people who were not like doing like what was recommended back then. Social distancing, wearing masks, all this stuff that was, recommended.
There's one with a guy walking down the street, and Everett's got a mask on, and everybody else does too. And he goes, "Hey, why aren't you wearing a mask?" And the guy's like, "You can choose to wear a mask if you want, but I'll take my risk." Or whatever. And then the last panel is him knocking that dude's teeth out of his fucking head and going like, just because you want to take a risk doesn't mean you need to put the rest of us at risk. It's like the same fucking argument, dude.
Yeah.
You're not going to tell me I have to wear a mask. I'm not putting a diaper on my face. And it's just like, then you're a fucking disease spreading piece of shit. And you should be punched in the mouth.
Here you go. This is there's a couple of them here. This is Everett True's walking by this doofus. Ha ha, afraid of the flu, Everett. Then he just comes home with bandages all over his face. John.
Yeah.
And then they got this one here where it's like, I think it's everybody's duty to help combat the spread of contagion. Well, I don't think these muzzles do any good. If a person's going to get it, he's going to get it, and I'm going to take my chances. And then he just fucking wallops him.
Yeah.
Well, then take a tip from me. Wear one and improve that look on your face. You owe that much to the community. So there you go. Yeah, he just fucks you up.
Fucking True, dude.
I mean,
we definitely need Everett True to come back. I just hope he comes back well, and it's not in some kind of Netflix reboot attempt,
That's why I think someone's got to someone genuinely pissed off at the world with a chip on their shoulder has to fucking do it.
Yeah.
If it's not Everett True, it has to be an Everett True type. Like just someone who's just like is willing to be violent over social transgressions, but it's stuff that we're also sick of that we're just going to cheer for them anyway.
Yeah.
Everett True starring Kevin James. You've already fucked up. You've already failed.
Everett makes me proud of my middle name for the first time.
That's true.
Because before I knew about Everett True, my middle name is Everett, and my the story goes that like my triple great grandpa or whatever was like an old West bandito type of guy that got shot in a saloon or some shit, or got shot in a heist. And that's who I was named after. So I'd rather be associated with Everett True.
Yeah. I mean,
I've never been able to confirm any of that. So it's I think it's one of those apocryphal stories about an old dude.
Yeah. You guys had Indian princess story going on too, so
That's bullshit.
And you were just like, I got a DNA test, and no,
Dude, my mom still will not believe that. She just refuses to believe. I walked the whole thing through with her, and I showed it to her. I pulled it up on my phone, and I was like, look, because at this time I was 100% European ancestry. Now I'm 99.99 or whatever, and I got 0.01 broadly Asian or some shit. But yeah, I was like, Mom, if like, look, you're saying my great great grandmother was a full-blooded Cherokee Indian. If that were true, I would have like 10% Indian, or I'd qualify for fucking federal relief.
You'd have some kind of,
I'd have a tribal position or something at a casino or something.
Yeah, shit. I want a stake in this motherfucker, right?
Yeah. And I was like, and there's no way that I would have this genetic makeup if you were, because that would make you like 20% Indian or some shit. 25%. It's just like, no, this is just like fucking that story did not happen. Now, I was through Ancestry, I was able to trace the name of the lady to a census or some shit, but there's nothing to indicate that she was an Indian of any kind.
So we'll grow up believing in family myths. Mine's were distant cousins of the Kennedys. The DNA test turns, your grandpa still believes it. That shit's just
really common.
Yeah, it's just like families want to fucking puff themselves up, and
well, there's this like a romantic thing amongst white people to have a little touch of Indian in you,
right? Because it's like, ooh, I got ancestral roots to this land thanks to my
mostly civilized, but I got a little bit of that old savage in me,
that exotic. Yeah. That's true. People like that shit. White people really do have a little bit of a boner for being very slightly some other race.
Yeah. But
especially if you got like a little sliver of like black,
yeah,
that's like, oh yeah, well, I'm actually 8%. It's like, okay, yeah, good for you.
Yeah,
shut up.
Yeah, that was another story too. There was a story that, as my mom put it to me when I was a kid, there was a little N-word in the wood pile somewhere down the line, and I was like, nope, that didn't happen either. Like pretty much everybody that made you and me came from fucking Ireland. That's what this says right here. So, oops.
Yeah, them Irish fucks. They get drunk. They start making up stories, and
Yep,
it happens. Irish people, man. I don't know. I guess I don't know if I have any Irish. I know I'm fucking got a bunch of like British and shit, French, Czech.
I've got a gang of Irish.
I'm like a Euro mutt, I guess.
Got a bunch of Irish, a bunch of Great Britain, and like a little bit of German, a little bit of French. So I'm a little bit of a Europe mutt, but the broad swath of mine is Irish.
I mean, I never actually did mine. Scotty did his, and we have the same parents, so it's got to be almost identical. But I could, certain things could be overrepresented by chance there. So
yeah, but yeah, you're definitely going to be pretty close to it.
Paul's a descendant of St. Patrick. Yeah, me too.
I am. Hi, diddly fiddly dee.
The only famous person that I know of that I have any demonstrable relationship to is some Civil War general, General something McPherson on my mom's side. And he was a Union. I think he was actually the highest ranked soldier to die in combat in the Civil War.
Wow.
So I guess there's that.
That's interesting.
So yeah. So he's the worst general, basically. I don't know. He might have been good in some. I don't know shit about the guy. I don't even remember his first name, James or something. But yeah, I don't really have that big boner for history. But a lot of people like that shit.
Dude, I'm the most famous member of my family.
There you go.
Isn't that crazy?
No, I don't think that's true though, because didn't your dad do that comic strip?
Oh yeah, Universal Stupidos. Yeah, that's true.
That's so I think he's a little more famous because it's pretty risque material. TJ, isn't your dad a famous con man? That's an old ancestor. Yeah, I mean, my dad does have a Wikipedia page. That's true.
Yeah.
I could fact check that page because there's actually quite a few things on it that are wrong, but he does have one. So that's good. Hopefully, I mean, his dad doesn't have one. But
no.
I did find out, someone dredged up enough of my family history to find out that I guess, I don't know how many greats to attach to it, but one of my great something grandfathers had slaves and shit. 11 slaves.
Yeah. There's my all my ancestors that I could find, and I found some going pretty far back. Like I was looking at Civil War era census shit and pre-Civil War census shit. That's about the oldest I could go. And from what I can tell, pretty much every member of my family, all the way up until me, was inundated with kids. Had at least 2, were living in working class conditions or whatever, had just normal jobs that weren't noted anywhere notable, and had a bunch of kids, like a brood of children. So
TJ should pay reparations. I paid reparations when I went and saw Space Jam. Thank you. I paid my reparations to Michael Jordan by seeing Space Jam. So fuck you.
California is actually floating some pretty significant reparations. Like I don't think it'll actually happen, but it's interesting to see. Like I think it's something like $42 billion that's set aside, which I think would come down to $300,000 or some shit for every black person in America.
I should do
a black person in California.
I should figure out some way to be black and move to California so I can get $300,000.
It might not be that much. It might be like 30.
I'm thinking
my math, but it's still it's like a big chunk of change.
I'm thinking Soul Man sequel for this,
Yeah. Just start tanning. Just be like that. Just get a big tan.
I still can't believe that movie Soul Man even fucking exists.
There's a bunch of shit that like that movie with Richard Pryor in it, The Toy.
Yeah, that's pretty fucked up too.
Like, like a rich white dude doesn't hire, basically like press gangs a black guy into being a toy for his son because his son has everything and is bored by it. But for some reason, the black guy makes him laugh. And so he's basically like enslaved and forced to be a nanny to this dude's son.
There's a movie with Shaquille O'Neal called Kazam that he's like a genie, and they make like a big deal about like, the white kid's like, I own you. It's like, You guys didn't really think this one through too well, did you?
See, that one's just like suspect. There are a few movies out there that are just out and out like, what the fuck, bro?
TJ, welcome to the Space Jam. Do your dance, take a chance at the Space Jam.
Dude, yeah. One of the things that always strikes me when I'm watching older movies, especially movies.
How come no basketball player can act? Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, it's a good question.
I mean, like I would have thought that by now, because like I've seen Michael Jordan act, I've seen Shaquille O'Neal act, I've seen all these basketball players try to act, and honestly, they all not only are terrible actors, but they're terrible actors in the exact same way. They all have like the exact same, like completely wooden, detached, like basically dumb fuck performances. You know, like they really do not sound intelligent. I don't know if basketball players are like disproportionately dumb fucks or something, but it gets oofy.
Well, I mean, especially like high level basketball players, they pretty much don't have time to be super studious people or whatever.
That's probably
except
true.
for in basketball, you know. I'm not saying that like they're stupid. I'm just saying they're not spending their time on scholarly pursuits, you know.
I wish one would have like charisma or something, but like they all are very fucking stiff wooden actors.
What about Rodman?
You know, the only thing I remember Rodman in was that movie he did with Jean-Claude Van Damme, Double Team. And
he's probably the best.
I would have to agree that Dennis Rodman actually is the best basketball actor. He's the only one that breaks out of the mold of just being a totally boring fuck. But then again, like Dennis Rodman was basically the only interesting guy to ever play basketball. So at least as far as my interests go.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was in a bunch of movies, but he sucks though.
He's better than the rest of them, but he's not great. He's still kind of very like wooden.
Who's the best sports player turned actor ever?
I mean, have you seen some of Tom Brady's stand up, man? I mean,
I can't wait to see some.
Athlete turned actor. Fuck.
I know the answer.
I don't know. Who is it? Tell me.
OJ Simpson.
Really? Oh yeah. I mean, the Naked Gun movies and shit. Yeah.
He's great in those too.
Do you consider wrestlers actors? I don't really.
No.
Or wrestlers athletes? I mean, they kind of are, but I don't think it really
they're definitely like athletic, but they're more actors.
Did you hear that the WWE is trying to get it to where people can place bets in Vegas on their matches? And I'm just like,
this seems like exploitable.
Yeah, I mean,
plan the outcome.
I mean, that's a little fucking odd, guys. You guys literally openly fix matches, so I don't think that's gonna work.
Yeah.
OJ's whole life is an act, though. No, it's not. OJ's having the fucking time, dude. OJ is having it's like I told you guys. If you went to OJ Simpson's Twitter and you just knew nothing about his past, you would, and all you knew is like this guy is a retired football player, you would see nothing on that timeline that would make you think he was anything other than a guy that you like was a sports hero and then went on to live a totally normal life, and that's the whole story. And now he just likes to golf and comment on sports and talk about his fantasy football picks and all that stuff. OJ Simpson is doing exactly what the fuck OJ Simpson would be doing right now if none of that shit had happened. So, I mean, ultimately, the motherfucker he's not living a lie. He's living the truth he always was going to live, regardless. The only way you could get OJ to live a lie is if you put him in a fucking prison cell.
Yeah.
Because that would be him living the life he doesn't want to live. Right now, he's living exactly the life he wants to live.
Yep. He wrote that book, If I Did It. I know. I mean, like, to get away with something like that and then fucking, like, basically do a victory lap about how you got away with it.
Paul, I want to tell you my idea. I proposed this to my chat earlier. I want to see what you think of it. But I think OJ should announce that he's found the real killer.
Yeah.
And I think that we should everybody in this country should just conspire to just say it was Trump. And we're all just gonna fucking be like, Trump is going away for the murder of Nicole Brown Simpson. We're gonna have some really super shoddy evidence. We're just gonna like rig the whole thing. Since all these Republicans are always bitching about that anyway, how it's all rigged. Let's just fucking rig it. Yeah, let's just actually rig it and just put Trump in jail on some trumped up murder charges of Nicole Brown Simpson and whatever that dude was. You know?
Yeah.
And then OJ is like, I found the real killer, you guys. At long last, my quest ends.
That would be pretty fucking amazing.
You could even combine that with my show idea where OJ hunts and kill, he's trying to hunt down the real killer,
Right.
And that could be the season finale, where he figures out Trump did it, and then we lock up Trump, and then we enjoy the riots.
Yeah. Trump is saying that he's going to be arrested.
Yeah, that's what gave me the idea. Yeah, he's like, I'm going to be arrested
even though
Tuesday.
I don't think that he's going to spend even a fucking minute in a jail cell. Like he'll be taken to because look, what's the protocol for that?
There isn't really,
ex-presidents have a lifetime Secret Service detail, and Secret Service is mandated to never let anybody do any kind of harm to the president. So is there going to be like some kind of weird departmental standoff where the Secret Service is like threatening the cops and the cops are threatening the Secret Service and shit?
That'd be cool. Maybe Trump gets caught in the crossfire. You'll get caught up in the crossfire.
Because, yeah, the only other time that I can think of that a president got close to going to jail was Nixon, and he was never really close. He always had an out.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, who knows? Trump might just be fucking saying weird shit, too, because he's not exactly a trustworthy source, so we'll see.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, obviously they're not going to corroborate that if it's true, but they would do. They will tell you like you have to surrender yourself on next day.
So who knows? I don't know. All I know is I'm already enjoying the preemptive shit fit, so I can't wait to see the actual shit fit.
You think some shit's going to jump off?
Oh yeah.
You think there's going to be some Boogaloo boys coming out of the woodwork?
Oh yeah, there's going to be some wacky shenanigans for sure. Some people, you might want to stay home that day.
I think this might be a hot take, but we'll see which one of us impulse is correct on this. I can definitely see your line of thinking, and you may be completely right, but I've got a feeling that it's going to be like just a wet fart.
It kind of depends on what they do. Like, if they really try to if it's real and they really arrest him and they make it's really going to depend if they leak the fucking handcuff photo or not.
That's the dream, right? The dream is a Trump perp walk.
Right. That's what they got to do that if you're going to go through the trouble of arresting Trump, you better fucking release a photo of his ass in handcuffs just so I can laugh.
Yeah. All disheveled.
Yeah. He's got to look bad. So, and then
his underwear.
But then I think you'll get some fucking real rioty shit for sure.
If they did that, yeah, which is probably why they won't. He'll probably just peacefully submit.
Yeah, and you're probably gonna fucking he's probably gonna submit himself to custody, go through the booking process. They're gonna fucking let him bail himself out pretty much immediately.
Yeah,
and that's gonna be that. It's gonna be a formality, but he's gonna make a big deal about how he was persecuted. So it's gonna be fun.
Yeah,
but we'll see. It's not enough just seeing handcuffs. I mean, it's not enough, but it's still fun. I'm not gonna kid myself that it would mean anything. People I don't know if you probably haven't seen this because you don't go on Twitter, but on Twitter, there's a bunch of right wingers being like, I'll tell you what, if they fucking arrest Trump Tuesday, he's going to win a landslide in 2024. I'm like, why would that move the needle at all? The people who love him are going to be pissed. The people who hate him are going to be happy. And the people who are in the middle are just going to stay in the middle. It's not going to move the needle. It might intensify things for a minute, but I don't think it's going to change any fucking minds.
I mean, yeah, it might give him a bump. He might get some people back that have been kind of like, oh, Trump kind of sucked. And then they're just like, wait a minute.
Oh, wow. He's got that sexy danger factor again.
Man, this has gone too far.
Trying to silence him or whatever, but I don't think so. I think that's a pretty small. I feel like all those people are already on board. It might energize his base, but it's going to energize his hate base too.
Yeah.
I think it's just gonna raise the temperature in the room a little bit, but probably it's gonna be a wet fart. But who knows?
The temperature in the room is already pretty fucking steamy, dude.
I know. I wonder if I got in trouble for my tweet yet. Because I said
you drop a hot one.
I like to do one of my patented, like, let's see if I could piss off both sides with this one. So I said that they should give Eric Chauvin a redemption arc by letting him take his patented arrest style to Donald Trump. Yeah, I said send Derek Chauvin to arrest Trump. Give him a redemption arc opportunity.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That does get them both.
Actually, a lot of people, no one. It's got very low engagement. I think a lot of people are just like, and scroll on past that, and
yeah,
I don't want to touch that shit. Man,
tweet.
I'm gonna just scare them all off because usually my tweets get more than 2 fucking engagements in that much time. But that one's just like, yeah, either that or it's not the banger I thought it was. But who fucking knows?
That can't happen.
Fire tweet.
I think it's
spicy tweet. Yeah, I like it too. I like that it fills your head with the image of Derek Chauvin kneeling on Trump's neck. And that's pretty fun. I think that's a good image
can you
for
imagine,
the nation to rally around.
Can you imagine some Trump I can't breathe t-shirts?
Oh my God, dude. I would die in it. I would live and die in it. I would buy enough to just wear it for the rest of my life. That would be my uniform. From then on, I would be a cartoon character that just perpetually wears the same clothes.
I wonder if there would be like any like realizations amongst Trump's followers if something like that did happen to Trump and they got mad about it and they're like, wait, it's basically the same thing that happened to that black guy and I dismissed that.
No.
I
don't think so. Now, the age of people contemplating things that deeply is over.
Yeah. I mean, we're definitely at least we do for a living what has caused a lot of that, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, for sure. But
being able to immediately like go on YouTube or go on Twitter and find 10,000 fucking people who confirm your bias is just it's too great a lure.
And then like if you're the person that's like tries to be the odd man out and say like, I actually have a different take on this, it's like, you are the devil. Yeah. You are the worst and most evil entity to ever exist. How dare you? It's like, oh fuck.
Yep.
But I kind of actually like that because it's really easy to be the devil now.
Yeah, that is true. It's getting easier by the day.
Yeah, but it's got like, I don't understand these motherfuckers that are still, I guess it's mostly right wingers these days that do this shit where they're like, they try to like make like this, oh man, I'm so offensive, I trigger all the libs, blah blah blah. It's like, dude, offending people in 2023, I mean, give me a break. Like, is there
not a hard job?
Is there an easier fucking thing than that? Like, people are so easily offended. I mean, I don't know if I think maybe it's just that like it's now easier to find the group that would have always been offended by what you're saying. But before they were like kind of spread out, but now they've like galvanized into like a little click on the internet. So,
well, not only that, but now your angsty, edgy bullshit is viewable to anybody that searches for it. You know, like They used to just be something that basically didn't cast any waves beyond whoever was in the room with you when you said the stupid thing. And so you're in a kind of a comfy spot. Now it's just like that shit gets blasted out. Everybody can see it. Everybody lines up on strictly ideological lines behind, either for it or against it. It's just, that's one of the reasons I left Twitter, is because I started to realize that like one of the things that I was trying to do is just impossible.
Oh, that's right. Jordan Peterson did retweet fetish porn on his Twitter account. Did you see that shit?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he fucking some like weird like milking room where a bunch of dudes' dicks are hooked up to like basically like dick pumping machines. And like someone posted this, someone was like, this is what's going on in China. And fucking Jordan Peterson saw that, was like, oh my God, China is evil. It's like, that is not from China. those are white dudes. This is happening in some weird BDSM dungeon in the UK. It's a fetish. You guys have retweeted fucking fetish porn. Congratulations. And not only that, I was looking at that shit like, God damn, where the fuck is this place?
I know, seriously. If that's what's
that looks like fun to me. Holy shit.
Yeah, hook me up
to the dick milker, man. I'm okay with it. Get Mistress fucking Pain over here and fucking slap that thing on my balls or whatever. Did Peterson relapse? Dude, Peterson is a fucking crazy lunatic, all right? I don't know what to tell you. He's got problems. If he wasn't pretending that he had it all together, I wouldn't even care. I'd actually probably like him.
True.
But the fact that he's like an insane person trying to do an impersonation of a sane person, and like a bunch of stupid people are like tricked by it for some reason, maybe just because they want to be.
Yeah.
And it's kind of creepy. But if he was just like, hey, I'm Jordan Peterson and I'm a fucking lunatic, I'd be like, okay, cool, respect, me too, mad props.
Yeah.
But fuck that guy. I hate that. I don't know. I hate that order shit he fucking talks.
I mean, for a dude that's life is public chaos, I think it's pretty funny.
Yeah, I mean, it's like so obvious that he's like striving for order because he can't contain the chaos of his own insane little wormy brain.
Yeah.
So, just annoys me. Just lean into it, motherfucker. Just be what you are. Like a homeless man teaching you investment strategies. It's pretty much exactly what the fuck he is.
Yeah, a fat dude teaching aerobics.
Denise his daughter to Andrew Tate. I may be misremembering that. Who fucking knows? Anyway, wearing these headphones is starting to give me a headache. I don't know if you're going to stick around for longer, but I think I'm going to go start winding down.
Yeah, go wind down, my friend. Thanks for joining me.
Thanks, man. Have a good one.
Yep, you too. TJ has left the building. Always nice to talk a little shit with TJ. Oh shit, now it's on us to be compelling. I know. Now the audience is in fucking the crosshairs. TJ was carrying you fucks. But now it's your job to entertain me with interesting things to talk about. Like TJ's a fucking expert at this shit. Okay? What are you trying to do on Twitter that you found impossible? Oh, like well, I mean, I don't want to get into the whole fucking thing right now, to be honest with you, but like basically with the kind of labor leftist message that I was trying to really push on Twitter, what I'm trying to do is undo some of the things that TJ and I were just talking about, like the hyper polarization and politicization of every fucking thing, especially hot button social issues, to like have everybody take a fucking breath and step back from that and realize the common plight that working people face in this country, and hopefully piggyback that into a movement that is focused on labor. You have a labor focus, it means that everybody benefits. No matter what they might believe. And I also believe that labor is a great environment, organized labor specifically, is a great environment for things like racist notions or homophobia or anti-trans bigotry to be challenged and defeated in the only way that shitty ideas like that are challenged and defeated. Contact theory. Especially at this time when people are so entrenched and have their heels dug in so fucking deep and are just gnashing their fucking teeth at everybody. And I'm not even talking about everybody coming together kumbaya. That's, I'm talking about building a broad labor base for a new party that can challenge the duopoly. And and strengthening American labor, getting another labor movement kicked off, and have it be a post-political movement, at least front-facing way. Labor is about lifting everybody up. So no racism, no bigotry, because that doesn't serve anything, obviously. But hey, if you're a person that harbors those beliefs and you want to fucking, get $1 more a day or whatever the fuck, join us. Because if you benefit, then Black people benefit, then Latinos benefit, then immigrants benefit, then gay, LGBTQIA plus people benefit. So, but that type of thing, it just, that idea doesn't sell. There are too many people that are already entrenched in a certain belief system, an electoral belief system, where they think that following and engaging with electoral politics in a direct way is the best way forward. Basically both sides of the party labor under the same delusion. If you talk to Republicans, they will give you the same kind of rhetoric about, like, we need to change this party from within. Get the rhinos out. Get the Republicans in name only out of here. We need to slowly but surely make our voices heard and vote. Change this party from within. And then Democrats are trying to do the same thing. And basically these two institutions are completely immutable. They're not going to be changed in the fundamental class-based ways that they need to be changed. They're not going to become labor-focused. They're not going to become anti-oligarch. They're not going to advocate for a genuine raising of taxation of the wealthy. They're not going to close tax loopholes. They're not going to ensure safety at work for people. They're not going to ensure security in the form of monetary compensation for people so that they don't have to live paycheck to paycheck, hand to mouth for the rest of their fucking lives. This just isn't going to happen. It's too intrinsic to the parties. And so in my estimation, when you're living in a system like that, where there's so little fucking substantive class-based difference between the two fucking parties, to put all of your political action behind that and to just be part of the screaming mob on one side or the other. Look, I agree. Like, I'm a leftist. I agree with racial justice. I agree with LGBTQ acceptance. I'm all for all that shit. But if we really want to secure this country against the greatest threat to those groups and every other group besides, we're going to have to go a different way than the Democratic Party, because it's just not possible. There's too much at stake for people to go, like, you know what? I'm going to set aside politics and work towards a labor-focused goal. I'm going to shift my focus away from the talk shows and the pundits and the lying politicians and their shitty fucking sycophants and their promises and all the theory crafting about how we're going to take over the Democratic Party and make it a fucking genuine leftist party. They'd rather stay in that and have their bias confirmed and stay in that world than step outside of it and try something different. Want to work within the Democratic Party, because I just got done explaining that the Democratic Party is an immutable institution. It exists to protect capital. It is a capitalist's party, and so is the Republican Party. The perceived differences between the two are social issues. But from a class, quote unquote, reductionist perspective, these parties both are the yoke around the necks of the very groups of people that you advocate for when you engage in identity politics or gender politics. And that's that, you know. The institution of the Democratic Party has been on both sides of every issue you fucking care about. You don't have to go that far back in time to find Hillary Clinton arguing against gay marriage. You don't have to go much farther back from that to find Democratic politicians just openly shitting on gay people. So their new adoption of this, like, hey, look, I'm glad they did. I'm glad somebody's taking up for those people. But that's where my admiration ends. Because they're taking up for those people in a very virtue signally kind of visual way, optical way. And then they're working behind the scenes to continue to fuck those people out of their paychecks, out of their livelihoods, whether they're people here in this country or, you know, any of the numerous military operations that we run constantly and support. Like, that's what they're really about. Blowing apart everybody, whether they're trans, gay, black, or not. Keeping that whole group of people and everyone else besides subjugated is what they're focused on. And you see it time and time again, you know. Paul, do you still want to divide the U.S. by blue states and red states? I mean, I advocate for that jokingly when we're talking about just the woe-begotten state of, you know, kind of like right-wing people in this country. But ultimately, I don't think it's the best idea. But in my fervor to take up for that kind of new political thinking and that new political way, I became kind of a pariah on the online left. I was painted like a tanky, a class reductionist, and because I just openly, vehemently oppose war. I openly, no matter who's prosecuting or for what rationale, I openly, vehemently oppose continued exploitation of the working class and the non-working poor. You know, that's my political center right there. And notice how that umbrella covers everybody that you can think of. You raise that metric, you increase the quality of life for every fucking person in this country, period. And so that's where my politics are. And I happen to think that the Democrats constantly being disappointing fucking losers doesn't serve the party. There's this argument that, like, oh, it radicalizes people. It's like, but the problem is like, that's what happened to me, and you're shunning me. I used to be a good dyed-in-the-wool participatory Democrat guy. I canvassed for John Kerry, of all fucking people. So I used to be I used to try and get all my friends to fucking to get them registered Democrat, or just to get them registered to vote. You know, so I was into that shit. And what happened to me is the years and years of my life watching the Democrats promise to at least start addressing some of the issues that I've just laid out, some of the class issues that are just rankling and becoming more and more fucking fetid and toxic by the fucking second. And I was radicalized by watching them all sell out to mammon, sell out to money, talk a big game on the campaign trail, and then when they get in, they just govern like a fucking diet Republican. And so that happened to me, and I was made a pariah because of it. So that whole idea of, oh, we're going to radicalize people. No, you're just going to push people away. And the truth of the matter is that people tend to de-radicalize as they get older. They tend to settle into the system. Oh, well, this is the way it is, the way it's always going to be. I always did vote Democrat, so I'm going to keep on doing that. And that's just the most fucking worthless thing if you're trying to change a party from within, to have people that are just voting for it because it's the lesser evil. It's like, well, yeah, well, they're both fucking evil, totalitarian scumbags, but one of them slightly less evil. You know, I mean, that means nothing. That's not political will. That's not radicalizing people. That's turning people into mush. You know? Last time I voted for Ross Perot over Clinton and Dole. Wasn't really a fan of Perot, but it was kind of a fuck you to the whole system. I gave up a long time ago. Yeah. And by the way, it was Gore that I canvassed for, not John Kerry. Got my shit mixed up. The lesser evil isn't wrong, though. No, I didn't say it was wrong. I just said that as a political motivator, it sucks. It turns people into fucking mush. And it tends to take people and their political life is set aside for just going to the vote box and trying to quote unquote change things from within by buying the same bullshit story. Candidate pops up. I mean, you guys have just seen a cycle of this. The Squad was the latest cycle of this. This has been going on for fucking ever, dude. There's these new, fresh-faced leftist politicians that are all running for Congress, and oh man, boy, oh howdy, they're going to change everything. And they don't. It happens on the right, too. The last time it really happened on the right, well, it's happening right now on the right with the Trump supporter wing. So Trump created another one of these little disruptive factions, and now you've got Marjorie Taylor Greene. You know what I mean? Who she'll say the types of things that fire Trump supporters up, but when it comes down to it, she's got her hand in their fucking pocket. It's just like the Democrat across the aisle does. She's got her boot on the neck, just like everybody else in the fucking Congress does. And so that's happening right now. But before this, it was the Tea Party in the Republicans. Oh yeah, these are these young, fresh-faced Republicans. It's going to be a revolution if we can just get all these guys elected. There's going to be, they're going to shake things up. Finally, there's going to be prayer back in school or whatever, you know? And then these dudes, literally the Tea Party was fucking hilarious. The Tea Party, so they elected a sweeping bunch of dudes, a bunch of people, and under the banner of this Tea Party, which was supposedly like, we're going to vote Republican to change the Republican Party. It was one of those movements like we're constantly having on the Democratic side as well. And they got elected, and within, I think it was like 2 months, there were pictures of them lounging with prostitutes in Israel, like all just like hanging out by the beach, hanging out at a swimming pool somewhere in Israel with a bunch of fucking prostitutes. And every last one of those Tea Party conservatives either, you know, were 1 or 2 terms and done, or have just been assimilated into the Republican Party. Same thing happened to the Squad. You know, you've seen it time and time again. These big votes come up. The Squad has the power to hold up these votes. Nah. And the pressure to not do it comes from within the party. They're like, no, I understand, force the vote and everything, but you got to be tactical with it. This is just not the time. It's just like, no, this is the time. This is the only time we're going to get. So they better do it now. Like, is there ever going to be all right, now conditions are perfect to force the vote? It's like, no, we're never going to get that. It's now or never. And from within their own party, they had people just being like, no, don't do it now. Don't do it now. And they didn't. You've watched, you know, the figureheads in that party that talked all this sweeping change, talked all this like, I'm for you. I'm one of the normal people. I was a bartender before I was a senator. talked all that fucking game, but the Democratic apparatus just chewed them up and spit them out. You know, this lukewarm gruel. And anyway, like I said, that's where I stand. And Twitter, like basically online, is not a place for this type of message right now. You'll find a few people that are like, yeah, man, I agree. I'm like, there are people in chat that kind of implicitly at least agree with the idea of what I'm saying. But those people are few and far between when it comes to voices on the left. So, you know. What's going to happen with an inevitable Great Depression? I mean, what do you think's going to happen? Poor people are going to suffer greatly, and rich people are going to get rich on it. And that's that. Terminally pragmatic. Yeah. You still use Twitter? I do not. It's a higher level argument as what happens on Facebook when you criticize Biden, Hillary, you name it, from the left, and Trump hating Democrats spend more time to fight you than the evils they. Yeah. I mean, that's a whole lot of like what happened when I went on Vosh. You know, I had two pretty popular appearances with Vosh. And that's what it turned into. It turned into the presiding thing that I got from those two interactions that I had with Vosh, where I was going to get a bunch of leftists barking up my tree that I needed to conform. I need to throw away everything I just got done talking to you guys about. Just chuck it out the fucking window and toe the party line. And I won't do it, you know? And so it just created dude, I get less shit from Republicans. I know for a fact there are some right-wing people that watch us. They don't give me shit hardly at all, ever. It's always leftists. And it's just like, that's the way it is now. If you don't conform to what's generally accepted as the rules, then you end up a pariah, you know? And I got tired of being that. I really got, you know, there were a ton of people from Vosh's orbit that came over at that point, and I just got fucking weary of arguing with them and seeing their arguments and having every fucking thing I said like graffitied on with their fucking nonsense. I got sick of it, man. I don't even really like, that's the sad thing, is like the way that I expressed that was to really hate on Vosh a lot. But to be honest with you, like it was the people that were trying to get me to conform to whatever his doctrine is that really fucking got my goat. Like there's always this huge narrative about like, oh, Paul got dominated by Vosh. It's like, no, really the narrative should be Paul eventually just lost by attrition to Vosh's fan base. Like, I just got tired of it, dude. I have less VDS and more VFDS, you know. I've got a little complex case of VDS. The Vosh fan base derangement syndrome. I can't handle the way they talk, the like meme lordy millennial / fucking Zoomer kind of speech pattern that comes out of a Voshite. I can't fucking deal with it, bro. I want to hear it anymore. The goddamn like absolute need to have people ideologically conform to whatever Vosh's opinion this week is. You know what I mean? Like, oh my God, bro. Yeah, exhaustion. Yeah. It's like a bunch of like really, really unserious people that are doing blood sports, basically. You guys remember blood sports? You remember the right wing had the blood sports thing? It's actually the drunken peasants that started blood sports, by the way. If there's ever a documentary on the blood sports era, which there really shouldn't be because it's populated by a bunch of fucking real dunderheaded idiots, but let's say that if there is, the drunken peasants, it should be a part of that because we were really one of the first super popular podcasts on YouTube that had the reach to get really good guests from the right wing, from the left wing, and really put them head to head and go head to head with them ourselves. So we were doing blood sports, and then the right wing kind of took blood sports and ran with it for a while, if you remember that time. And now it's the left wing doing it. Well, now the right wing is still doing it too. There's the Fresh and Fit and the Tate guys and the Sneakos and all that shit. They're just doing blood sports. So that whole kind of paradigm really took off in a bad way. Whatever happened to John JF Garape? JF went fucking nuts, dude. He was always nuts and just hiding his power level, as they say, because it's like a Jew hater and a fucking super traditional conservative kind of guy, a total fucking weirdo. Tanky is a buzzword that used to be in everything from Stalin down to a leftist who thinks anarchy is an unworkable and childish fantasy, which it is. Yeah. Yeah, a race realist. Yeah. That's what that's the terminology that he would probably prefer. Are you going to bring back the blood sports element to DFF? Dude, I'm retired from blood sports, bro. I'm the king of blood sports. Okay. I achieved the top prize in blood sports. I'm an unsung hero of blood sports, dude. You know, that people will talk about this person or that person. Who did those people fucking undo? You know, I undid Milo Yiannopoulos. Okay. Milo Yiannopoulos is sitting there with those weird fucking chicklet veneers that he's got, pretending not to be a gay guy and selling fucking vitamin water and shit because of me. It was I that did it, dude. I laid him low. Didn't happen right away, but it was enough. I'm the king of blood sports. I'm retired. My heart's not in it anymore. Because I saw it for what it is. Nothing ever changes because of blood sports. You have your audience who's just rabidly repeating everything that you say, and you pit it up against somebody else's audience that's rabidly repeating what they say. There might be some interchange. You're going to lose a few people. They're going to lose a few people, and it's net the same. It's a zero-sum game. It doesn't solve any problems, especially given how fucking dedicated it is to ideological purity. It's like, there will be one set political alignment, and if you are not that, you're the enemy, bro. You're just as bad as a fucking Republican. Oh yeah, dude. The Drunken Peasants was 100% the toughest room, and it's, I think, still to this day, it was the toughest room on the internet. That audience was rabid and angry and angsty, and man, if you didn't fucking punch above your weight on an appearance, you got fucked. I think still to this day, that kind of 2015, 2016, 2017 era of DP. That's the toughest room on the internet. Who is smarter, Destiny or Vosh? I don't care, man. I honestly don't care. See, that's part of the problem, right? There are two like leftist dudes that are at each other's throat to the point where they won't speak to each other because of fucking political differences within leftism. It's like, oh God, man, we're doomed. But it takes a lot out of you, man. It is not like, dude, I was on that show for what, 3 years? Something like that. Very close to 3 years. Every goddamn show. And I'm telling you, man, that's a soul-sucking enterprise right there. Just arguing, bickering, bitching, and then just seeing no substantive positives come out of it. All negatives. All bullshit. I mean, yeah, the whole Jamie Darky debate, that was me channeling, you know, I wasn't always that way on every show, but that's one of the Pauls that would come out during the blood sports era. You know, just that I'm gonna bulldoze you and then I'm gonna piss on the smear stain left behind, you know. No quarter. I'm gonna fucking get under your skin and I'm gonna stay there. I'm gonna get you flustered. I'm gonna get you angry. I'm gonna get you in your feelings. I'm gonna get you emotional. I'm gonna do whatever I can to weaken you in the eyes of the audience. That's that dude. That was the Drunken Peasants. How much of story time with Paul was true? I've never told you guys a bullshit story. Now, I've copped in the past and will cop to now that I do pour some hot sauce on a story from time to time. I will kind of dress up a story, maybe add a little bit of detail here, but I've never done a story time with Paul that was just an outright lie or a fantasy story or whatever. It all happened. Your voice kind of changed since then. I rewatched Zeodin. Yeah, I mean, I'm getting old, dude. What do you want? Yeah, I was younger. And more full of piss and vinegar back in those days. I'm all pissed out. I'm all vinegared out. Was the mound true or hot? No, that was true, man. I saw it, dude. I saw it. I saw that shit with the sunlight shining through the thigh gap, bro. I saw the whole fucking thing. Mine eyes have seen the glory of the coming of the mound. I saw it, dude. I seen it. Can you please re-enable vids on the subreddit? No, I cannot. Maybe I got to go do some dismantling of these fucking weirdos. Oh, yeah, buddy. Oh, yeah, buddy. Do you believe the government has alien technology? I mean, I wouldn't be totally shocked if it came out that they did, but I also don't really see any compelling evidence. I mean, there's some stuff that's real weird. Like like military radars will track these objects that are moving in very strange like patterns and stuff out over the ocean. You think like, oh, that might be a drone, but every time they try and catch up to one of these things, visually confirm it, they can't. And you know, maybe that would be massive. I mean, yeah, it would be. Got a white boy pass for buying weed in Texas, yeah, for sure. I've definitely benefited from white privilege a whole fucking lot. That's how I know that it's a thing. That's how I know white privilege is a thing. I've just seen too much evidence for it. I've lived the experience, man. I've gotten passes on things, and I'm not, I was never like a total fucking hellraiser or anything, but I've gotten passes on some shit that, were I a black dude, might have gotten me fucking stomped out or killed or whatever the fuck, locked up for no reason. I've definitely waltzed my way through some white privilege. My non-white friends always have me talk to the cops. Of course. That's just that's like standard practice. If there's a white boy there, he's the one that talks to the cops. So, that if that's not proof of white privilege, I don't know what would be. Isn't that the alien of the gaps fallacy? I mean, it's not that serious. I'm not sitting here telling you I know for a fact that aliens are there, like, a religious believer will do with God. I'm not really out to convince you. I'm not I'm not recruiting for my church or whatever. I'm a minute behind. Do you swear that Alaska girl is true? Lol. You're talking about the phone sex lady that was 29 and I got with when I think it was 15 when I got with her. Got with her in the sense of like we had like an early internet relationship. It's funny that you bring that up. My mom, I was telling TJ about this. She's been going through stuff. She found this box that's got, among other things, a letter that I got from um like a little internet girlfriend that I had that I met in a chat room, a handwritten letter that she mailed me. And it's so weird. The early internet, like the pre-emoji internet, dude, I'm gonna type something in chat and then I'll put it up on screen. She would do shit like this. There we go. Yeah, she would do shit like this. As she was writing, she would emote. She would, like, where you would put an emoji, would have it in stars like this, like wink, kiss, laugh. I've got like the handwritten letters that she sent me. And I gotta be honest with you, dude, I don't even remember. I don't even remember that girl. Like I couldn't tell you two words about that girl. But yeah, this was like no, this was pre MSN messenger. This was pre instant messenger, dude. There was really no such thing other than IRC chat. So I used to have a program called Merc that I would use, MIRC. And I didn't even meet her there. I met her in just some kind of like publicly available Java chat room, early Java shit. You know what? I do remember something about her. I remember that I got in trouble. I think I got a low grade or something. And one of the things that my parents did was they like forbade me from using the phone to call people. And I couldn't, because it had escalated to the point where I was talking to this girl on the phone. She was obviously, we're sending each other like love letters back and forth, and they wouldn't let me get on the phone with her. I remember, and I was all busted up about it. Dang, Paul old. Yeah, I'm very old. Used to use the Merc chat all the time. Yeah, Merc was fun, dude. I remember being 3 and playing Feeding Frenzy back in 2005, dude. I was 25. I was working my fucking ass off. I owned a fucking house by the time 2005 rolled around. So she had your address. I had hers. Yeah. Sent each other like Polaroids of each other. Like it was a pretty serious relationship. And that's the funny thing is like I was carrying that relationship on, and I had like an on again, off again girlfriend in high school at the same time. And I was also during a stretch of that, I was also dating, internet dating. So I had 3 relationships going at one point. I had 2 internet relationships and an in-person relationship. Bro, no thanks. That's a little too. I can't even imagine keeping up that fucking charade nowadays. That would be fucking impossible. Too much fucking too much vim and vigor back in the day, I guess. Little Paul the pimp. Yeah, dude. Teenage Paul. And see, to look at me, I wasn't much to look at, man, but I was flipping that cake, man. I had cake batter in the oven, solidifying, like 24/7, 365. Dude, that's the crazy thing about this is ultimate. I don't think she actually. So the woman that I was messing around with when I was 15, 16, she was 29 years old. First name was Meredith. She lived in Alaska on a military base with her military husband. And they hated each other's guts. Like he was cheating on her, so she was cheating on him. And she ended up down the line a little bit, leaving the dude. I don't think she left him for me, but she came all the way to California to meet me, and I ghosted her. You think about that? I mean, that's pretty fucked up, bro. Gave me a motel room. I had a car and everything. I could have easily. It was like within, I don't know, like 3 hours of my place. I just didn't show up. We must find Meredith. Let's not. I remember her name. Imagine leaving your military husband for a 15-year-old. I know, right? Now, I did lead her on for quite some time with pictures of this story. This story is unbelievable, dude. This fucking story is crazy. The more I think about it, the more like I can't believe I was doing this shit. I can't believe I was involved in this at all. But I would send her pictures of Chino Moreno from the Deftones because I looked like a little toadstool, like no way. This chick, like, she was 29, but she was good looking. She was thick in all the right places, she was a good looking chick. And so I would send her pictures I told her I was in my 20s. And I would send her pictures of Chino Moreno from the Deftones. And then she eventually found out what I was doing. And I sent her a real picture of myself. And she ghosted me for a while. And then showed back up. I was like, you know what? I don't care. I want to be with you. I was like, oh my God. She's 55 now, Paul. I mean, I'm 43 now. So, or 42, going on 43. I did say I did send her one of the best pictures of me. I sent her a picture from the winter formal, which I took my real life girlfriend to. What the fuck, bro? What was I up to, man? Could you do that big she sent a pic of some fat girl, would you still talk to her? See, there was no question that she was I was the one that was catfishing. She was straight up from the get-go. Let's just put it this way. I have absolute confirmation that she was who she said she was, because she would send me pictures of her doing things right after I asked her. So either she had the most comprehensive amateur porn collection of one woman that's ever existed, like, or she was real. I feel like I hear this story every 3 years ago, and every time I hear the thing, it sounds worse. I mean, I got to be honest with you. I don't even, the story that I tell leaves out a lot of detail, because I still have memories that'll come back to me that I go like, oh yeah, that's right. Like, my memories of this type of shit it's very hazy. Paul's a victim. I mean, I guess technically in the eyes of the law, I would have been considered, but I really think that if you're going to assign victim points, I think she gets she gets more than I do. You know, I don't, maybe I'm wrong, but I don't really think that there was any kind of negative repercussions in my life as a result of that, other than the fact that I had way too much fucking time on my hands to be like multi-romancing people. I had way too much shit going on. I just imagine you sitting near your computer in the 90s and listen to the Deftones while talking. Dude, she found me out because I introduced her to the Deftones. I'm a fucking idiot. One of the things that we would do is we would send each other cool songs back and forth, like songs that we were into. You know, we would like send a link to an MP3, and I would like rip songs for her. And I was listening to a lot of the Deftones, hence the Chino Moreno, you know, and I fucking got her into the band, of course. And like, that's exactly how she found me out. What is specifically did she love about you? Dude, I slang that dick real good, you know? That's what it was, man. Back in those days, I didn't have any filter. Nowadays, I think I would find it harder to really be good at that. But man, back in the day, I could sling that digital dick. Yeah, I call myself Trent, yes. After Trent Reznor. You know, another obvious one. Scotty did indeed get catfished pretty bad. Yeah. We didn't have video. We used a program called M Player, the letter M Player. You look it up, you'll find that doesn't exist anymore, but it was one of the first like voice over IP programs. You could use it in the like mid late 90s. And that was, you know, I mean, the quality of it probably isn't, you know, Discord level or whatever, Skype level, but you could definitely like sit and, so that's where we met. We met on M Player. It was made for video games. So you could make a channel for a video game and you could talk to a bunch of people that were playing. That was why they made it. But the thing that I did on it, I didn't use it for that. That's bullshit. They had these things called fight rooms where people would come in, and of course it's just audio only. So you could say you were whoever you wanted. You could say whatever you wanted to other people. And so that the whole idea of a fight room was to come in and try and dominate the whole room, you know, try and like cuss out, be funnier, be more insulting or whatever than everybody else in the room. And so she was part of that community, and so was I. I still remember the dude that used to run the fight rooms. His name is a Power Maker. And he sucked, man. He was a total fucking boomer. I went heads up with the Power Maker a few times. Because it didn't have any like, you could like, I can't even remember. There was no like, you couldn't ban people from it. Now, if you made a room, anybody that used the program could go into the room. And so there was no like you had to stand up and take it, you know. There was no like abusing your mod privileges or whatever. It was blood sports before blood sports. Yeah. I think that's why I was so good at it, dude. I'd been training at the point that I started really doing blood sports. I'd been training for it since I was fucking 15, 14 years old. Come on. How edgy would people get in these rooms? They would get so edgy that like edgy commentary was frowned upon. Not because it was wrong, but because it was lame and boring. Like there would be a dude that like, you know how it is, dude. Some guy would come in, you sound like an N-word. We'd be like, oh yeah, really? Fucking tell me another one, chief. You boring bitch. Why don't you find something else to do, hayseed? Like the like overtly racist trolling shit. Like it didn't fly because it wasn't funny. Like the whole idea was to, you know, to really dig down and find creative ways to insult each other, and just coming in going like, you're an N-word, you're an F slur, you're this, you're that. And that type of shit was just. So it was as edgy as you wanted to be, but it didn't really serve you well. Basically 4chan, yeah. It was a consequence-free environment, you know, and so people used it as such. There were people that, you know, they got that hate in their heart, and they just really want to come call somebody an N-word without risking the fucking public ass beating, you know. Like they will never say it to a black dude walking down the street because they're scared little pussies, but they will get on M-Player and come in anonymously and be like, oh, N-word, N-word, N-word. They just got a real big mouth when, you know, there's no chance of a fist slamming into it. I mean, it happens everywhere. It happens in VR, you're saying. Yeah, I'm sure. That type of shit is just, I don't know. It's just so boring. You know, people just weren't as easily triggered back in the day. Like I'm sorry to say, that's just the truth, man. In the early days of the internet, you got to have a little bit of a tough skin, you know, or you weren't gonna get very far. If you were in the fight room on M-Player, bro, and you got like legit triggered, just like you're being a racist or whatever. You know what I mean? I can't believe you fucking said that, bro. You're a scumbag. You just lost. You know, that's your concession speech right there that you just gave. You know, like if you let somebody know that somebody got under your skin, you just lost the game, bro. Yeah, the whole room would shit on you for sure if you got triggered and started whining about something. Now that's pretty much par for the fucking course, man. Nobody cared about your feelings back then. That's not true. Like I said, dude, well, I guess I didn't care about her feelings as much as I would like to think I did, I guess. But, you know, I met that girl there. I had a couple other people that I met there that I went on to game with for years and years and years. You know, and I liked them. Considered them friends, girlfriends, or whatever. So something about trends in psychology. Yeah, probably. Anyone ever take the pacifist route for the hell of it and politely take all the insults in stride? I mean, that would probably that would have been a tough one to get over. I mean, there was definitely because like Power Maker, you guys remember I was talking about the guy that ran it. His name was Power Maker, and his whole thing was like, I'm gonna be a big brolic dude. You're a fucking chump, piece of fucking shit. I would fucking smear you against the wall, bro. I'd leave a fucking, dude, you look like the best part of you ran down a crack of your mama's ass and ended up a brown stain on the mattress. You're a fucking piece of shit. You know, he was like that. He was like, I'm going to yell and I'm going to be very, you know, I'm going to try and alpha you out of the conversation. And the way to deal with Power Maker was to just not, to kind of do what you were talking about. Just be like, yeah, so at least I'm not you fucking loud ass old man. Oh, fuck you, kid. You wouldn't say that shit to my face. I guarantee you I fucking blah, 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 blah. You know, he was always trying to get you to yell. Because if you got a yelling match with Power Maker, you were going to lose. You talked to Billy recently? No. I'm glad that has changed so black and brown women can use it without getting called slurs. Though, I mean, do you talk to any black person that is active on social media and they're gonna, dude, it's the same shit. It's exactly the same, bro. They've got the exact same amount of edgy little fucking kids that are looking to call them this, that, unless they just do Facebook and the only people that they interact with are, you know, their family or whatever. But if they're like real active social media users, not just Facebook family people or whatever, I guarantee, dude, they're all hearing that fucking bullshit. Well, I don't know about that. I mean, I whatever. Maybe I'm wrong. But if you're on a major platform and you're tweeting out a lot and you put yourself out there as a black person, you've probably had somebody fucking DM you the N-word a bunch of times. That's the same thing, you know. It's the same shit. There were black people that came in the fight rooms, you know. You know what I haven't seen in a while? A screamer link. That's because that you might trigger somebody with it. See, back in the day, dude, you had to fucking be sus, especially like the early 2000s. You had to be suspect of every fucking link that somebody sent you, because it could start like looking like something totally normal, and then all of a sudden they've edited some fucking horrifying corpse's face scream and some fucking maxed out scream sound. Nowadays, we just have this new trend called Rickrolling. I mean, Rickrolling is old as the fucking hills, bro. Rickrolling's been around. People been Rickrolling. People stay Rickrolling. He screamed to turn off his PC and got his mom. Yeah. Oh yeah, dude. I was doing the fight rooms. See, that's the thing, is like I didn't even start training for blood sports there. I started on the CB radio. So, dude, I cut my teeth shitting on truckers as they pass through my little fucking valley town, dude. Oh man. You know. That's why I'm retired. That's why I'm retired from blood sports. Like, I can do it if I need to do it. I can bring that shit back out, but I just don't. I have no joy in doing it. It is definitely a part of me that I'm fine just kind of locking away forever. If I never do another blood sport, I'll be pretty happy about it. You always fat, Paul? Serious question. No, I got fat like, I would say I was fat going like at the beginning of the 7th grade. All the way up through the 6th grade, I was an athletic kid, dude. I played baseball. I played I played a ton of soccer, which soccer fucking gasses you out like nobody's business. I was a forward. So that should let you know I wasn't a little fat kid. I played forward in soccer. When you're ready to cash in on the debate bro grift, let the blood sports loose, Paul. Eh. Eh. Dude, blood sport, like lefty blood sports is pretty fucking lame. Because it's just a bunch of smugness, man. It's just like, I'm more smug than you are. No, I can guarantee you that I'm more smug than you are. And this is why you are logically inconsistent. I think that's a bad faith argument, my dude. Oh, you're calling me bad faith when you said this about trans women? That was an edgy joke. I cannot believe. It's just like, who can seem like the biggest fucking dork at the community college? Who can be the biggest nerd that nobody wants to sit next to in poli sci? Just like, ugh. I can't do that. Dude, if I brought that old school blood sports energy, dude, those fucking zoomies wouldn't even know what to do with it, bro. They would immediately reject it because they wouldn't even. They're too soft. I'm easily more supportive of trans women than you are. Oh my God, how can you say that? I'm actually a trans woman. That's my point. You just wave your performative transness around, but what real advocacy do you do? Oh my God, you don't even know. You don't even know what kind of advocacy I do. See, you did not spend your time properly researching, because if you did, you would know that I'm one of the biggest trans advocates. I don't consider tweeting to be advocacy. Oh my God, you know what? It's like, get me the fuck out of here, bro. Get me all the way the fuck out of here. You bunch of fucking dorks, man. Would make a great. No, it wouldn't. It's dry as an old cat turd, bro. One of those cat turds that's outside and it's turned white, like it sat there and grew like some white mold fur, and it's just harder than a fucking brick of concrete. Dude, it's like an old moldy cat turd, man. Fuck that shit. I don't know. I don't really care if Jamie Darky lurks or not. Oh, what a world. What a world we live in, folks. Let the salt flow again, Paul. We miss your dark side. My dark side, dude, my dark side is dead. It is but a tiny little black coal, a snuffed ember. It's still there, but I'm getting too old for that shit, dude. It does, man. It takes what it gives. I'll tell you that much. Paul, would you talk to Hyan, the guy you thought was origin of language, but actually isn't? If that's the dude that was in there that we thought was origin of language, then he was a moron. So no. Dude, go listen to that, dude. That guy is a monosyllabic idiot, bro. I don't care if it's origin of language or high end or whatever, dude. I think that fucking video I think that stream where me and TJ fucking laid into him was still out there. But there were definitely some ideologies where I went back and forth with that nerd. He's an idiot. How much can you bench press, Paul? Like a clean 500 and 510. It's pronounced he on. Oh, whatever. I'll pronounce it however I want. You don't get to make up a dumb name and then tell me how to pronounce it, you know? You're high end in my book. Der Goobermeister, yeah, dude. He was digging deep. He was going deep for that gold. Loved him some boogers. He's a booger connoisseur. 510 plates on each side. Oh, that's what I thought you meant. Yeah, 510 plate on each side. Yeah. I'm pushing weight, dude. You seen that fat gypsy crusader guy now? I have not. High end was the guy who chatted with Mises. I don't care, dude. The fact that you remember all these fucking people is a little bit sad, my guy. I'm just gonna throw it out there. Like, you got a fucking strange memory. First YouTubers I watched on a regular basis with TJ and Jacqueline Glenn because I was like, wow, atheism does exist outside my BFE backwards area. Before that, YouTube was, yeah. I mean, I used YouTube for music videos until I ran across Brett Keane. Hey, everybody, this is Brett Keane from GodHatesYou.org, and I'm here to tell you why the cosmological argument situation is bullshit. Then he would just read some article, you know. Have you ever played Darkest Dungeon? I have. I'm not the biggest fan. Well, I mean, dude, I whatever. I got no hate for Jacqueline Glenn, really, personally, but when she was caught like straight out plagiarizing shit, I'm sorry, man. I prize like original thought and genuineness over pretty much everything. Like when it comes to like, if I'm gonna listen to somebody talk to me about a political issue, they better be somebody who's pretty fucking free thinking. And they better have like a real good track record of being self-supporting philosophers. And when it came out that Jacqueline Glenn, because you know that she got caught doing it a couple of times, there were at least 2 instances of plagiarism, if I remember correctly, that she got, you know, it was a shitstorm for a while, but shitstorms are always a good thing on the internet, no matter what. That's rule number 1 of the internet is like, if you can be involved in a shitstorm, even if it's against you, do it, because it can only help. Or that BDS woman you had on DP that turned out to be an abuser or something. Oh yeah, Mercedes Carrera or whatever. Yeah, that was crazy. Yeah, there's some news story about her abusing her stepdaughter, or was it her real daughter? I can't remember. But yeah, there was some very crazy shit going on with her. No, Mistress Jen she was nice. She was a nice person. She was actually like a really, really nice person. That's not who we were talking about. He was talking about Mercedes Carrera, yeah. Still hasn't had her day in court. Yeah, maybe it's not coming. Like, I don't know. Maybe she's on permanent hold or whatever. She used to fuck military vets and porn. I don't know. I only talked to Mercedes as a guest, and I was never I didn't really go looking into it. I probably saw some nudes of Mercedes, but I didn't go deep into her catalog, you know. Not really my type. Casey Tron was the best guest. Maybe Jim Ass. But Casey Tron, like in terms of like from outside the show coming in as a guest, she was triple A, dude, in my opinion. Dude, she had me giggling like a bowl full of jello the whole goddamn time with her fucking her kayfabe in that kind of like ditzy librarian kind of character that she does. Oh man, she was great. I love people that commit to shit like that because it's so hard. You know, it's so hard to have like a total persona and really commit to it. Oh yeah, she was great at it, dude. I used to love like what a hive of scum and villainy the chats would be when we had her on because she's got like it's like a legion of haters that would come and be like, "Stop fucking milking this cow," and then the bunch of simps like, "Fucking Casey Tron's the best, bro." Like, you know, she always brought this like a legion of butthurt with her wherever she went. Was Jim Ass someone you knew in real life that you brought on to act like not somebody that I really knew in real life, I wouldn't say, but he was connected to the show. We'll say that. He was a friend of the show. And yes, he was brought on to antagonize specifically like after a while he was brought on to just antagonize me, but I always loved it. I loved getting into it with Jim Ass. He was genuinely funny. How do you feel about the anti-SJW skeptic avatar YouTubers back in the DP days? Seems like TJ was welcoming to them during those days. I was wondering what you thought of them. I mean, I don't know. I mean, there still is a lot of cringe that goes on in the SJW sphere, you know, and I don't think my kind of position on that has changed much. Like some of it is real pandery, real weird, real oversharey, real cringy, you know. And that's really what I picked up on from the anti-SJWs. Now there were obviously a bunch of like right-wing people who were very strongly anti-SJW, but if you really look at the show, I was always way more focused on their politics in those instances. Like I always tried to provide a liberal counterpoint to their political bullshit rather than get sucked into the like latest fucking let's tear down Big Red or let's talk about fucking, you know, whatever. Like I said, I made fun of it. It was part of the show for sure. I mean, we used to do feminist slam poetry, which was, oh man, there was some real gold mine cringe in that. So yeah, I don't really think my position. I was never like a hardcore anti-SJW. I was way more interested in the political kind of action that was going on behind all that shit. God bless Jim Ass. Hope he's doing well. Oh yeah. I hope he's doing well too. Yeah. I don't know about the God bless, but feminist slam poetry, no matter how well intentioned, was cringe. I mean, you know, there were a few times that we actually called it out when it would happen. Be like, oh, you know, that this isn't actually that bad. Sometimes they were pretty good, but most of the time they were pretty curated to be real cringy. Do you do more arguing on the DP or DFF subreddit? DP by far. Like me pulling away from social media and stepping back out of the fan communities and shit, that was a long time coming. I think a lot of people think it was like a sudden knee-jerk thing that I did, but dude, I got wore the straight plumb the fuck out being heavily involved in the fan communities of DP. Like just the Game of Thrones bullshit and the constant bickering and the constant trolling and shit, dude, it wears on a motherfucker after a while. It really wears on a motherfucker. But yeah, dude, I used to be all up in the DP subreddit. Involved, all the way. All in the threads and fucking doing this, doing AMAs, doing that. Then the fucking Discord. I was all up in that bullshit. Just like, dude, nothing but fucking negativity came out of that shit. So fuck that. So yeah, it was a long, slow decline for me. I eventually just lost my taste for it. I got no problem with the fan communities doing whatever they want. I don't read it. So do what you want. No Twitter, no Reddit, no bullshit. I'll check the DFF subreddit every once in a while. See what's going on over there, but good old negativity. That show is so cheaty repetitive now. What show, dude? Yeah, the Discord turned me off. Discord in general. Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't want it. No thanks. Dude, and I'm telling you, it's gonna happen. I'm telling you, dude, TJ's Discord, and I don't wish this on him. Dude, there's gonna be a revolt. There's gonna be some fucking legit Game of Thrones level fucking little finger backstabbing, double, triple backstab, varies the spider shit going on in that fucking Discord. Dude, it's already taken root. I've never even visited it, and I can tell you right now that shit is already taken root. Even now, the dark seed of it germinates in the fertile soil of that fucking Discord over there. It's gonna happen, man. There's gonna be a schism. I do kind of dislike one of the other mods. See, dude, it's gonna happen, dude. There's gonna be a faction. Johnny's gonna lead the fucking rebels, and this mod that he kind of doesn't like is gonna be the current marshal, and there's going to be a fucking showdown at the OK Corral at 12. Everybody's going to bring their fucking repeaters, get behind a fucking wagon with barrels on the back of it, and fucking have a good old fashioned pew pew. Mod me, polio. No. Get out of here, weirdo. Ugh. Yeah. It's all just bad news, dude. In my opinion, you do what you want. And I'm not here to fucking tell you not to be a social media hound or whatever. You do what you want, but it just reminds me of those fucking experiments where they like put a little button that a monkey can push and it gives it a little nugget of food, They want to see like if it'll eat itself to death. That's how I kind of like look at social media now. Game of Thrones and the YouTube. Dude, I won the Game of Thrones in this fucking chat a long time. I don't know if you noticed. But dude, this is the 1,000-year reign of Paulus the Great. This chat is bends to my every whim, bro. People try and act out in here. They're beheaded so fast. They don't even have to I don't even bother with a guillotine, man. I just throw a big fucking chakram at them and just the head comes right off. I've got my strategically placed moderation squad who are swift and brutal to carry out my directives, and that's all that exists, man. And when one of them goes rogue, their head comes off quicker than just a chat spammer. There will be no revolution here, man. I've crushed this chat. This chat has been sufficiently crushed under my boot heel. You are all my little worms. No, I mean, I just don't like nonsense, man. I really don't care if you disagree with me. I like arguing with people that disagree with me. I just don't like nonsense, self-serving bullshit, side conversations, spamming, memeing constantly and being a cringe lord, like that type of shit. I just can't fucking I can't swim in those waters, you know? I keep better company than that. Let's put it that way. So I don't put up with it up in here. Got to stream more so I can strengthen my authority muscles again. Yeah. You got to wield it like a mallet, my friend. Yeah, that was Trent, dude. That was dark. That was dark Paul's ego. Okay. Dark Trent. You know, you don't want to piss him off. I'm glad this isn't a Twitch chat that spams emotes. I don't know how streamers handle. I mean, they don't. They're not. They just don't pay attention to it. It's like it's a monkey button. Like they might look at it every once in a while to keep people posting in it, keep them engagement numbers high or whatever. They look over and they'll read something, but they ain't looking at that fucking. They ain't looking at that fucking mess. Like, why would you? There's nothing going on in it. Endless flowing rivers of Pepe the Frog. Twitch sucks so much it's a panderathon. I mean, everywhere is a panderathon now. You can't hardly find people that aren't pandering anymore. And that's just kind of the environment that's been created. It's very, very pandery, very, very obviously like divided intentionally. And just not full of a whole lot of original fucking thought. A lot of regurgitation, a lot of quick Google sessions turn into tweets and long posts, and it's just very little originality. And it's like, I understand, like I get memes. I'm not so much of a boomer that I'm gonna go like, oh, dude, I don't like memes. I like memes, but memes have been detrimental overall, I think, to like humor. Like memes, they all laugh at a meme. I like a meme, dude. Dude. Dude, I'm going to show you guys my favorite meme. Okay. And this is actually a relatively recent meme, dude. It's not a total boomer meme. Dude, you guys ready? You ready to see the meme of memes? The best meme. This is peak meme right here. Okay. Here we go.
Here come that bullshit, what up? 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 Watch him rollin', watch him go, watch him rollin', watch him go, watch him rollin', watch him go, watch him rollin', watch him go. He be rollin' down the street, he be rollin' to the beat, he be rollin' down the street, he be rollin' to the beat. Watch him roll. Shit, what up? Watch him roll. Shit, what up?
I mean, that dude. That's the meme of memes right there. That's peak meme. Okay. You lied. No, it's not, dude. That meme is from like 2016 or 2017, bro. And this is actually a better one, honestly. Here, I'll share this one. That's the original that I played you, but this is peak. This right here is when the Dat Boy meme peaked.
Here comes the boy. Oh shit, oh yeah. Here comes the boy. Oh shit, oh yeah.
I mean, that is top tier meme right there. That you can't. It doesn't get any better than that, man. After this, memes were all downhill, bro. So that's when meme culture peaked right there. Here come that boy. Yep. That's the one, man. Watch him rolling. Watch him rolling. Oh shit, what up? Here comes that boy. No, Willie Bum was great, dude. Willie Bum is great. But dude, that boy peaked way higher than Willie Bum, in my opinion. There was a lot more effort put into Willie Bum, but sometimes effort is like the exact opposite of what you should do to make a good meme. Sometimes the meme is the lack of effort, you know. That's the meme. That's part of the meme. But memes now are just like they'll take like a slide from a movie where somebody's like making a weird face and then write some fucking stupid fucking easy bullshit on it, you know what I mean? Like my face when, whatever. I'm just, it's just like fucking low effort garbage now, dude. What happened to the days of Dat Boy? Where did Dat Boy go, man? Dat Boy needs to come back. Rage comics, yeah. I mean, Rage comics were fun, but it got to the point of like, oh my god, man, this doesn't work anymore. We've reached the end. Dude, this fucking video right here, dude. Here's another Dat Boy meme that happened. When Dat Boy got popular, this meme happened.
Here comes that boy. Just kidding, it's me, Hillary.
Hello, fellow kids. Cursed. Cursed, bro. Cursed. I'm just chilling. Oh my god, dude. I gotta see that video now. I gotta see that video, man. You can't call me a boomer ever again, dude. Dude, where's it at? Has she gotten rid of them all? Hillary Clinton. Where's it at? There's a bunch of like, here's her rally in Cedar Rapids. Here's her campaign in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. Where's the, I'm just chilling in Cedar Rapids. Is it just gone? She scrubbed it. I can't find it, dude. Where's it at, man? I want to see Hillary chilling in fucking Cedar Rapids, bro. Where's our hot sauce vid? Oh, yeah, dude. We got to find that. Dude, we got to find that. Yes. This still exists. Get out of here. Man, that's poop. Let's see. I'll find it. We find out about Hillary's hot sauce. I roll with hot sauce in my purse. Here we go.
What's something that you always carry with you?
Hot sauce.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you getting information right now?
Hot sauce.
Hot sauce in my bag, swag?
Hot sauce.
Really?
Yes.
Now listen, I
yes.
just want you to know people are going to see this and say, okay, she's pandering to black people.
Okay. Is it working?
Yeah.
Oh my God. From bad to worst. From bad to the worst thing that ever fucking happened, bro. Here comes that boy. Oh God. Oh man, that is fucking giga cringe right there. That is out of control. That is fucking, oh man. Oof. Oh my God, it hurts. It hurts me. Oh. It hurts. It burns. Found the maximum. Yeah, dude, I can't believe I couldn't find the just chillin'. Hillary just chillin'. Oh yeah. No. No, yeah, there it is. Yeah, the hour-long version. Yeah. Dude, this is so bad. Dude.
I'm just chilling in Cedar Rapids. I'm just chilling in Cedar Rapids.
Dude, this is the hour-long loop.
I'm just chilling in Cedar Rapids. I'm just chilling in Cedar Rapids.
Dude, I'm just gonna leave this on.
I'm just chilling in Cedar Rapids.
We'll see how long I can take it.
I'm just chilling in Cedar Rapids.
God, she's so fucked.
I'm just chilling in Cedar Rapids.
I'm just chilling.
I'm just chilling in Cedar Rapids.
I'm just chilling.
I'm just chilling in Cedar Rapids.
Watch it all. Dude, what do I get if I watch it all?
I'm just chilling in Cedar Rapids. I'm just chilling in Cedar Rapids.
It's got to be like a Guinness record that I can go for, right?
I'm just chilling in Cedar Rapids.
I'm just chilling.
I'm just chilling in Cedar Rapids.
I'm just chilling in Cedar Rapids.
I'm just chilling in Cedar Rapids.
Chillon.
I'm just chilling in Cedar Rapids.
Oh my God, look at this. I didn't even notice this. Look at this meme. Do you see this meme shit? More like Hillary Clinton, am I right? I just thought it said Hillary Clinton, which is memey already, but I didn't realize it was the like keep calm and vape on level fucking memery. What is this, man? How did this woman lose to Donald Trump? I will never understand that. This pillar.
I'm just
charisma.
chilling in Cedar Rapids.
She's just chilling in Cedar Rapids.
I'm just chilling in Cedar Rapids.
It gets worse the more you watch, yeah.
I'm just chilling in Cedar
Dude,
Rapids.
this is a new kind of React content, dude.
I'm just chilling
How
in Cedar
long
Rapids.
can you watch something cringy like this over and over and over
I'm just
again before you
chilling in
break?
Cedar Rapids. I'm just chilling in Cedar Rapids.
Yeah, that glass ceiling, man, fucking swatted Hillary down in her prime.
I'm just chilling in Cedar Rapids.
Dude, she was just chilling. She's just chilling in Cedar Rapids.
I'm just chilling in Cedar Rapids.
I'm chilling in Cedar Rapids.
I'm just chilling in Cedar Rapids.
I'm just chilling.
I'm just chilling in Cedar Rapids.
I'm just chilling in Cedar Rapids.
I'm just chilling in Cedar Rapids. I'm just chilling in Cedar Rapids.
Man, I don't think I could take much more.
I'm just chilling in Cedar Rapids.
Starting to feel like woozy.
I'm just chilling in Cedar Rapids.
I'm starting to feel wrong.
I'm just chilling in Cedar Rapids.
I'm starting to feel like I'm disassociating.
I'm just chilling in Cedar Rapids.
Chilling in Cedar Rapids.
I'm just chilling in Cedar Rapids.
Dude, maybe she was just chilling in Cedar Rapids.
I'm just chilling in Cedar Rapids.
Dude, I was gonna be smoking an entire bowl. While
I'm
it
just
plays.
chilling
No,
in
I
Cedar
don't need
Rapids.
that hell. Yeah, I don't need that. Dude, that's a waste of weed.
I'm just chilling in Cedar Rapids.
Just chilling.
I'm just chilling in
Man,
Cedar
I've got a little
Rapids.
bowl going here that I've been taking little toots on. I'll take another toot.
I'm just
Maybe
chilling
try and
in
help
Cedar
it, but
Rapids.
I'm not gonna dude, I'm not gonna do weed endurance on top of this.
I'm just chilling in Cedar Rapids.
This is too much.
I'm just chilling in Cedar Rapids. I'm just chilling in Cedar Rapids. I'm just chilling in Cedar Rapids.
Pokemon go to the polls next. Oh no.
I'm just chilling in Cedar Rapids.
No.
I'm just chilling in Cedar Rapids. I'm just chilling in Cedar Rapids. I'm just chilling in Cedar Rapids.
Is there an official
I'm just chilling in
10
Cedar
hours?
Rapids. I'm
Yeah.
just chilling in
See.
Cedar Rapids.
All right. Can I
I'm
just
just
do 1
chilling
hour?
in Cedar Rapids.
I can find a 1 hour one. I'll consider it.
I'm just chilling in Cedar Rapids.
Pokemon Go to the polls for 1 hour.
I'm just chilling in Cedar
Okay,
Rapids.
I found it. So here's the question. We're 5 minutes into this one. If we got to finish one of these, would you rather use the time that we've banked up? We got 5 minutes. Look. Or do you want to switch to Pokemon Go to the polls? We can't go back and forth. It's one or the other, man. Which one is harder? Maybe we should try this one.
Pokemon go to the polls. 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 Pokemon go
This one is tougher. Am I wrong? Am I wrong about this one being tougher than this one?
I'm just chilling in Cedar Rapids. I'm just chilling in Cedar Rapids. I'm just chilling in Cedar Rapids.
Yeah. Dude, we got to make this a goal on one of the onion nuggets, dude. We got to make the top goal that we will force ourselves to endlessly play the Pokemon Go to the polls. We will force ourselves
to the polls. Pokemon go 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 to the polls.
Oh, God.
Pokemon go to the polls.
I don't think I could do it, dude. This is making me literally. I literally feel like I'm going insane.
Pokemon go to the polls. 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 Pokemon go to the polls.
I can't. Whoa, dude. Whoa, bro. Whoa. I can't do it no more. I can't do it no more. I can't do it no more. Oh. Sounds like she's trying to cast a spell. I mean, I think maybe she did. I'm not doing it anymore, man. If I'm going to have to go through this, I'm monetizing that shit. You better believe it. I can't monetize this channel at all right now, so fuck that. Dude, if this channel had monetization, I'd be like, I need $10 for every 10 minutes of this that I do. $10 for 10 minutes. $60 buys the whole thing. You know, but I ain't doing it. I ain't doing it outside of that. To be fair, you had a head start on the insanity thing. I mean, yeah. To be fair. It is true. Yeah, I need $1 a minute. I think that's fair too. I honestly think $1 a minute to listen to Pokemon Go to the polls endlessly looped is pretty fucking fair compensation in my book. Dude, I chased like 10 people out of here with that shit. 10 people were just like, no, I'm done. I ain't doing it. Oh no, dude. No, man, not Hillary in the house. Oh no. Oh. Now I have to see it. Now I have to see it, dude. This is going to be another tough one. In Hillary, because she was up. Hillary in the House song. Oh, man, where's it at? This is a dude. She successfully scrubbed this one. Dude, Hillary in the House. Hillary in the House. Hillary in the White House. Should I put that in there? No, that didn't help. Dude, what are you going to do? You found it? Jesus. God damn it. Fucking stupid ass shit. Hold on. I got to go over to fucking YouTube. Watch my own stream because I'm looking at it through the StreamYard shit. Got it. Bloop. Oh, God. Oh, my God, man. No. No. Why am I doing this? Because, yeah, this is 5 minutes long. So you could back to back this one, too. You really could. Oh, my God.
Hillary, 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 Hillary.
You guys have sound on this, or did I not share the sound? I think I did.
Hillary, vote for Hillary, vote for Hillary, vote for Hillary, she's for Hillary, Hillary, vote for Hillary, vote for Hillary, 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 vote for Hillary, vote for Hillary, vote for Hillary, she's for Hillary, Hillary, vote for Hillary, vote for Hillary.
Dude, just this is fucking like. This isn't even the fucking cringe moment, but this already is hard to watch. Like, why is there so much of this?
Hillary, 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 vote for Hillary, Hillary, Hillary. Oh, it's brutal. I know, we've been out here for hours. Nothing's going on. There's got to be something we can do. There's got to be a better way.
We need a woman in the House. The White House. Hillary Clinton is the one.
Hillary. Hillary. Hillary in the House. Hillary in the White House. Hillary in the House. Hillary in the White House. Hillary in the House. Hillary in the House. Hillary in the White House.
Oh no.
We need a woman in the House, the White House. Hillary Clinton is the one. We need a woman in the House, the White House. Come and join us, everyone. We need a woman in the House, the White House. Her fight has just begun. Hillary in the House. Hillary in the White House. Hillary in the House. Hillary in the White House. We don't need no bling. All we gotta do is sing.
You feel like dancing? I feel like puking. I feel like I'm gonna throw up. I feel like I'm gonna throw up. Oh my God, man. We're only 2 minutes in. Think I'm watching this back to back to back. Dude, we need to do it. This has got to be the one. We have to play this endlessly for an hour. If hell exists, this is what's playing.
We don't need no bling, cause we got the real thing. Hillary Clinton is the one. Let's get loud.
Dude, who's this discount fucking what's his name? Looks like discount. What's that guy's name? Rob. Fuck. Rob Lowe. Looks like discount Rob Lowe. Is that actually Rob Lowe? No. He looks a lot like a really cheap Rob Lowe.
You do to help our Hillary. Put a poster in your hand and become a one-man band. Hillary in the house. Hillary.
Oh my God. Oh. What do you think the chances are that this was made by like a Republican guy who was all like, I know how to ruin this fucking campaign? Dude, she's limping from the Pokemon Go to the polls, and this is the kill shot right here. Dude, they say that Donald Trump beat Hillary. No, this video beat Hillary, dude. I can imagine being a staunch Hillary supporter and watching this going like, you know what? No. No. No, no. Sometimes I forget how bad Hillary was. Yeah. Sometimes I do too. I think I forget less often than a lot of people do, but I do forget sometimes. And this just brings it all back. What are some other horrible Hillary moments? I remember like Trump clowned on her pretty hard in a debate. I don't remember which one it was because I know they had a couple, right? Or did they only have one? But yeah, I remember she sucked in this debate. Like she sucked out loud in this debate. Hold up. You guys remember this fucking little gem?
Good evening from Hofstra University in Hempstead, New York. I'm Lester Holt, anchor of NBC Nightly News.
I just want to skip ahead to like
census numbers show incomes have increased.
Let's hear her intro
after years of stagnation. However, income inequality remains significant, and nearly half of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. Beginning with you, Secretary Clinton, why are you a better choice than your opponent to create the kinds of jobs that will put more money into the pockets of American workers?
Well, thank you, Lester, and thanks to Hofstra for hosting us. The central question in this election is really what kind of country we want to be and what kind of future we'll build together. Today is my granddaughter's second birthday, so I think about this.
Oh my God, this is so bad. Like, why is the answer to this question, if you really want to beat Trump, why is the answer to this question not, we will get immediate relief to families? Look, the truth of the matter is this. Too little has been done for too long. Even if she didn't mean to do it. You know what I mean? Like, even if she was just going to be the same soulless corporate lizard, why would she not, like, fuck the thank you to Hofstra. Who fucking cares about Hofstra, bro? Nobody cares about the college you're talking at. She should have immediately attacked this. Like this is a softball to Hillary Clinton in this debate. It's like, what are you going to do to stimulate a flagging economy where now 50% of people are living paycheck to paycheck, unemployment is soaring, the plight of a working person is getting worse and worse and worse, a dollar goes less far, stagnant fucking cost of living increases, stagnant on fucking pay increases versus inflation. What are you going to do? And Hillary goes, well, first of all, I would like to thank Hofstra. She doesn't immediately go like, for too long, not enough has been done about this. And I'm telling you, if the American people will go with me, the American people will take my hand and give me the opportunity to serve as president, the first thing that I do as president will be to pass a relief package for workers, to immediately create a broad spectrum of jobs and start rebuilding the infrastructure of this country. Dude, if she'd have just said that, out of the park. But she's like, I remember when my privileged little fucking granddaughter was running around. Like, listen to this fucking story. Now contrast that, what I just said, with this.
This a lot. First, we have to build an economy that works for everyone, not just those at the top. That means we need new jobs, good jobs, with rising incomes. I want us to invest in you. I want us to invest in your future.
It just sounds so pandery and so bullshitty. And she's so look at the look on her face as she's doing this. Is she cutting her eyes over to a teleprompter? Like, so this isn't even, she can't even extemporaneously answer this question.
That means jobs in infrastructure, in advanced manufacturing, in innovation and technology, clean renewable energy, and small business, because most of the new jobs will come from small business. We also have to make the economy fairer. That starts with raising the national minimum wage and also guarantee, finally.
Like, it took her like a minute to get to raising the minimum. This is just bullshit, dude. And she sucks at this. Like, how are you going to get fucking tossed the ultimate softball and not seize the moment? You're trying to match Trump's energy. Okay, that's one of the things you're trying to do. You're trying to because, like, look, Trump, say what you want about him. He brought a bluntness to politics. Like, he doesn't go on and on like this. He goes on and on monosyllabically, but he goes on in a way that is like he changed it. Like, I'm saying good, bad, right, or wrong. But I feel like Hillary is trying to do like 1970s politician standing there. And Trump is doing his own thing in this. So you got to match that energy. You got to match him blow for blow. You got to be blunt. You got to be direct, because that's what he's bringing. And you got to be more that. You got to show people that you're better at that. And she can't do it.
Equal pay for women's work. I also want to see more companies do profit sharing. If you help create the profits, you should be able to share in them.
Oh my God, look at that thing. Dude, this is the worst I've ever seen it look. Man, look at that thing. Whoa. Dude, has he had plastic surgery to get rid of this fucking thing? Look at that nunt.
Not just the executives at the top. And I want us to do more to support people who are struggling to balance family and work. I've heard from so
many. You bet it stank. I bet it do too, dude. I bet it smells like belly button cheese off in there, man.
Many of you about the difficult choices you face and the stresses that you're under. So let's have paid family leave, earned sick days. Let's be sure we have affordable child care. And
dude, he should have had plastic surgery to enhance that bad boy. Dude, get some extra droopy nut flaps on it, man. Run with it. Get like so it looks like you got like a rooster fucking gizzard down there. Come on, man. Again, if he was really truly the bold guy he portrays himself as, he would have definitely gotten he wouldn't have went and got Botox and a neck lift or whatever he fucking did. He would have extended these nut lips.
And debt-free college. How are we going to do it? We're going to do it by having the wealthy pay their fair share and close the corporate loopholes. Finally, we tonight are on the stage.
She just sounds like a robot. Like, there's nothing authentic about what she's doing. She's not speaking extemporaneously. She's not using the cue card as a guide. Look at how often she has to look at it.
Donald, it's good to be with you.
That's the first off-script thing that she said. And then look, eyes are cutting back. She's back on fucking teleprompter again.
We're going to have a debate where we are talking about the important issues facing our country. You have to judge us. Who can shoulder the immense, awesome responsibilities of the presidency? Who can?
See, those
put in-
eyes just keep on. All right, next line. Who can shoulder the immense? Oh my God. How did she lose this election, man? I'm fucking flabbergasted, bro. How did this fucking absolute churning engine of fusion that is Hillary Clinton lose this election, man?
into action the plans that will make your life better. I hope that I will be able to earn your vote on November 8th.
No. Like, oh my God, this is just horrible, man. Just, oh God. And she looks so weird here, too. Dude, this has got, dude, they are equally weird looking. Am I wrong? She actually like looks maybe even a little weirder than Trump. Or is that just me? She looks, I don't even know what to say. She looks inhuman. She makes Trump look like a normal looking dude. Trump's injections are slightly better. Maybe.
Secretary Clinton, thank you. Mr. Trump, the same question to you. It's about putting more money into the pockets of American workers. You have up to 2 minutes.
Thank you, Lester. Our jobs are fleeing the country. They're going to Mexico. They're going to many other.
See, look, no fucking like, first, I would like to thank the esteemed institution of Hofstra University for hosting tonight. You know, when I think about putting money in the pockets of Americans, I think about something that my granddaughter often says to me. Pokemon go to the polls, Grandma. And see, like, Trump here is, like, he's not, there's no more substance to what he's saying. I'm not, like, trying to fanboy Trump. But he's just, like, he goes cut straight to it. He's already hard-assing.
The countries. You look at what China is doing to our country in terms of making our product. They're devaluing their currency, and there's nobody in our government to fight them. And we have a very good fight, and we have a winning fight, because they're using our country as a piggy bank to rebuild China, and many other countries are doing the same thing. So we're losing our good jobs, so many of them. When you look at what's happening in Mexico, a friend of mine who builds plants said it's the eighth wonder of the world. They're building some of the biggest plants anywhere in the world, some of the most sophisticated, some of the best plants. With the United States, as he said, not so much. So
like, once again, like, obviously Trump and his policies don't resonate with me, but as a debate performance, is there any way you give like, if you're setting aside your personal politics, who do you think got whatever their message was across better in that answer? Like, it'd be interesting to, I don't think I'll do it tonight, but it'd be interesting to go through this whole thing and try and see how, if like, how many W's does Hillary get? But this is no joke. This is an L. She lost she ceded this debate point to Donald Trump.
Ford is leaving. You see that their small car division leaving. Thousands of jobs leaving Michigan, leaving Ohio. They're all leaving, and we can't allow it to happen anymore. As far as child care is concerned and so many other things, I think Hillary and I agree on that. We probably disagree a little bit as to numbers and amounts and what we're going to do, but perhaps we'll be talking about that later. But we have to stop our jobs from being stolen from us. We have to stop our companies from leaving the United States, and with it, firing all of their people. All you have to do is take a look at Carrier Air Conditioning in Indianapolis. They fired 1,400 people. They're going to Mexico. So many, hundreds and hundreds of companies are doing this. We cannot let it happen. Under my plan, I'll be reducing taxes tremendously from 35% to 15% for companies, small and big businesses. That's going to be a job creator like we haven't seen since Ronald Reagan. It's going to be a beautiful thing to watch. Companies will come, they will build, they will expand.
They did wear the opposite party colors too. That is interesting. He went with the blue tie. She went with the red dress.
Companies will start, and I look very, very much forward to doing it. We have to.
Oh yeah, dude. The Sudafed is definitely kicked in, man. The Sudafed is starting to, you can tell it's starting to run strong right now.
Renegotiate our trade deals, and we have to stop these countries from stealing our companies and our jobs.
Secretary Clinton, would you like to respond?
Well, I think that trade is an important issue. Of course, we are 5% of the world's population. We have to trade with the other 95%. And we need to have smart, fair trade deals. We also, though, need to have a tax system that rewards work and not just financial transactions. And the kind of plan that Donald has put forth would be trickle-down economics all over again. In fact, it would be the most extreme version, the biggest tax cuts for the top percent of the people in this country than we've ever had. I call it trumped up trickle-down, because that's exactly.
Oh my God.
What it would be. That is not how we grow the economy. We just have a different view about what's best for growing the economy, how we make investments that will actually produce jobs and rising incomes. I think we come at it from somewhat different perspectives. I understand that. You know, Donald was very fortunate in his life, and that's all to his benefit. He started his business with $14 million borrowed from his father, and he really believes that the more you help wealthy people.
See, this is just her thinking people cared about that. Like her trying to go for the burn on Donald right here, especially because it doesn't really fucking resonate all that well. She's just so bad at this, man.
The better off we'll be, and that everything will work out from there. I don't buy that. I have a different experience. My father was a small businessman. He worked really hard. He printed drapery fabrics on long tables where he pulled out those fabrics and he went down with a silk screen and dumped the paint in and took the squeegee and kept going. And so what I believe is the more we can do for the middle class, the more we can invest in you, your education, your skills, your future, the better we will be off and the better we'll grow. That's the kind of economy I want us to see again.
Let me follow up with Mr. Trump if I can. You've talked about creating 25 million jobs, and you've promised to bring back millions.
So she got more time than him. She got to spend twice the amount of time pretty much on the question, and she still lost it to Trump. Like, she still seemed less genuine than Donald Trump. How does that fucking happen? And like her not being able to describe her dad's work with any kind of technicality, where you take the silk screen thing, you dump the paint, and you go with the squeegee. It's just like, oh my God, man. She's trying to claim that she's so connected to these deeply rooted memories of her father working hard. She can't summon them any better than that. Yeah, dude, these debates are terrible. Ugh. It might be interesting if I'm ever feeling really masochistic one night. Just be like, all right, here's what we're doing with the stream today. Paul, I'm in Vegas at Circus. It sucks. Yeah, it does. You need to leave that place right now and go to literally any other place on the strip immediately. Dude, don't go to Circus Bazooka, man. Don't make that mistake. Especially don't do it on that devil either. All right. I got to get out of here. I will see you guys on Monday. Bye.